Ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Liddell. Yeah, dude.
What's up, brother?
And of course, you know Scott Randolph and the gorgeous Paul Brisky.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, Chuck.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
There's not too many people you can have on your podcast that you could really say are legends, but I'm calling you a legend.
Oh, thank you.
Do you feel like a legend?
I never get. I don't know. It's kind of something someone else titles you. You know, it's kind.
Yeah,
it is
right.
kind of cool when my son looks up at me and goes, "Dad, why do people keep calling you legend?"
Yeah.
I'll explain that to you someday, son.
Yeah, you're like, let me just pull you up a YouTube video and tell you
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, what did your buddy say, Galuli? He said, if you're good, people will tell you. If you're great, other people will.
If you're good, odds are you're telling everybody. If you're great, everyone else is saying it for you.
Yeah, that's so cool.
That's
Yeah.
good. Have your kids seen like your fight videos and shit? Like your old...
They've seen some here
Yeah.
and there. Yeah, now they have. They've seen some stuff.
Are they like, that's you?
No, they just they think it's cool.
Yeah, I bet.
They got a little things like action figures for my kids. I mean, that was one of the cool things. First action figure I got. I got my kids playing with, sitting. He's over there playing with a Chuck Liddell doll.
Wow.
Beating up Spider-Man or beating up so I'm like, that's kind of cool.
That doll always wins when he's playing.
Yeah, dude. So, man, and you were with me and Paul Brisky when we found Wendy in the streets of Peru.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you and I were down there doing mountain climbing with the stars.
That's right. Ultimate Expedition.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think I even ever told you. When I misunderstood when I signed up for that. I misunderstood when it was.
Oh.
So, I got cleared for my neck surgery. I got cleared to do anything besides walk. A week after I got back. I thought it was. For some reason I thought it started in October, and
Oh my God.
and then it said like the end of July or whatever, or beginning of August. I'm like, oh man, I had like 2 weeks to I just got cleared 2 weeks before I left to hike. Before that, they didn't want me to hike because they wanted me to fall and hurt my neck or do hurt something. But I got cleared 2 weeks before to go. I went there to go hiking, so I hiked a few times before I got to get ready for the show. And I hadn't done anything for months.
How far were you guys hiking during the show? Were you guys?
I mean, dude,
Just to get to base camp was like a 13-hour hike.
What?
to get to the base camp was, yeah.
So like to start the show, it's like, hey, we're gonna film the show, so we got to go to our base camp. That's a 13-hour hike for everybody. There's no way to not walk.
It ends at 14,000 feet. That's 14,000 feet.
Yeah.
Your base camp was at 14,000 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Was that when you were
Yeah.
huffing the blow up thing and then you were like, you're dizzy?
Uh-huh.
That's 14,000 feet.
Yeah, I mean, we were at altitude. It was gnarly, yeah. I remember you having a tough time. Like, you got sick and like...
I never got sick, but I did pass out after going up that second to last hike. I got back. I went to take my backpack off and just fell on my.
Oh my God.
I woke up looking up the sky and going, oh, maybe it was a good idea to go back down.
Why? Because going down.
Well, no, the guy. He's just like, you're not gonna make it. Like I was coming up and we kept going. I was like, I'm good. I'm fine. You're going too slow. We're not going to make it. Like, you're not going to make it up there. And the big problem is once we get up there, I don't know if we would get you down. We're going to have to get you down. So.
Wait, he said you're not going to make it, what, because he was checking your blood oxygen or something?
I was just struggling that bad.
Right.
Like, you're just like, I just couldn't. I just kept, but I go, no, I'm fine. I got to keep going. I was going, but he's like, we got to pick it up. We got to keep going a little faster.
I remember thinking, Chuck's not okay.
Yeah, and then I went back, but I went back down. I sat down and I woke up. I thought I was walking through a field, and I look up and I'm like, oh wait, okay, I know where I'm at.
Wow.
I guess I'm down here. I just passed out.
They knew you passed out, or you passed out just on your own? Like, they didn't even see you?
They actually they saw me come back down. They actually took cameras off me and then leave me alone because I was sitting there like, and then I took my bag off. As soon as I took my bag off, I set it down and I went.
Wow. And that was for the final
No,
summit.
the second last.
The second to last one, the Shinka, right?
The Shinka was the more mellow one, and then what was the one that looked like titties?
Titty.
Titicaca.
That's what I was about to say. But we just called it.
Wait, for the people that don't know what you're talking about, what show are you guys talking about? So the show is
Ultimate Expedition for YouTube Red. It was a bunch of celebrities and YouTubers. And the goal is it's like a mountain climbing show with the stars, just like Steve explained.
They train us how to do stuff and then have us hike up.
And the basic goal is just to get someone to the summit.
And it's a tough thing anyway because of the altitude is hard on especially on
different people are affected in different ways by altitude. I don't think it did much to me. Like and some, it's just crazy, dude. It's kind of like maybe like COVID affects some people a lot and other people.
You guys were in Peru. Were people eating coca leaves for the altitude?
Oh, yeah.
That was a thing.
They had a giant bag of it, Fierce Pete, and bought a giant pillowcase bag of it. Oh yeah. I was chewing it the whole time.
Yeah, that didn't sound like a good idea for me to do.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think I would.
Yeah, I remember we first got there. You were checking into the hotel, and you're like, they just offered me cocaine tea. I don't think I could do that.
And what did you feel like after you were chewing on it?
Just a little buzzy. I mean, I've never done coke, but it was
You've
caffeinated.
Really never done coke?
Never done coke.
What a sweet kid. Chuck Liddell's done coke. But you were never that was never what you were all about, right? That was
No, it happened here and there, yeah, but no.
It was the early 2000s, right?
Yeah. You ever do coke off of a woman's butt?
Is that a serious question? Oh, man.
Wendy's out of here.
Yeah. Wendy's I'm just going to ruin those cameras over there.
Yeah. So, dude, you were also, you probably don't hear about this much, but you were a part of Big Brother magazine.
Oh yeah.
And
that was funny. That was a funny skit.
Right, and the skit was you beat up their intern Steve, and their intern Steve is Scott's brother.
Oh no way!
Yeah, that's my brother.
Oh, so that whole thing was so funny. At the end, at first they didn't want gloves. They didn't want. We're gonna put some gloves on if we're gonna spar. I don't want to accidentally hit this guy and split him open. We're going, and I'm moving around with the kid, and I hit him with a jab, and he almost falls down. I'm okay, I don't want to, gotta be careful not hit him too hard. And I'm messing around, and they're like, it'd be really cool in this last round if you just knocked him out. I'm like, dude, I can't do that. I mean, it's because you're in a bad position, right? So I'm a professional fighter known for power, and you're asking me to knock this kid out. So no, I've got to hit him. And if I hit him to try to knock him out, I got to hit him as hard as I can. Because you don't know how good a punch a guy can take. Some guys you can hit them in the head with you tap them, they fall over. Other guys you hit them in the head with a brick and they're still coming. So if I'm going to knock this guy, if I say I'm going to knock this guy out, I got to go there and hit him hard. So I'm like, this guy's an intern. He was talking with me before this.
He was a heroin addict.
Yeah, he was worried about it, me hurting him the whole time because we were talking earlier. So I'm like, you're gonna be fine. We'll get through this. And I'm like, dude, no, sorry. I mean, it'd be one thing if one of these guys asked me to do that. You're making money, you're doing stuff that's not. But there's no way I'm gonna knock out some kid.
Well, you were knocking him down by leg kicks.
Yeah, they asked me to knock him down by leg kicks. I can do that because those heal. They don't. Honestly, I think they don't feel very good.
I remember
I can do that. I can knock him down with leg kicks. He'll fall. I'll kick him in the leg and he'll fall.
I remember that morning when he was going to go do it. He was in the kitchen eating Vicodin because he wanted to get numb before he went in. And then,
I can think of why he was eating Vicodin because he was a heroin addict.
Yeah, and he had a problem with Vicodin.
He did that the day before too.
No, but then when he
breakfast.
when he got home, I remember he was telling me about the whole experience and how he was like, he kicked the shit out of me, and I was like, were you going as hard as I asked him if he was going as hard as he can on you. He's like, I was going 110% as I could, and I said, was he going 100% on you? He's like, he was going 10%, and he was fucking killing me.
I was palming like this.
I mean, like what's like your brother Steven Randolph is not a fighter. Like what's 110%?
No, but he but that's the thing, and that's the difference with people like in high school or college. That like they get in bar fights and they think they can fight, but like going up against a professional, it's like night and day different.
It's a total. Different thing. Like guys like I see guys like, oh, I got jumped by 4 dudes. I'm looking at them like, where'd they hit you? Like you don't have any marks. Like how did you get jumped? Like how are you in a fight with 4 dudes and you got no marks? If 4 of my buddies beat you up, you look like a pinata.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I just remember that back in the day, like when UFC started taking off, it's like some of the guys were like, I mean, dude, so and so would do pretty well against one of these guys, and it's like, there's not a chance in hell any of these guys on the street can come close to like kicking the shit out of a professional fighter.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, back in the day, especially like you can hear people talking about. Yeah, I get irritated because I know the guy that was fighting. Oh, that guy's a pussy. You can't do this. I'm like, really? You want to fight him? I'll fly him out here. I'll fly him out here. You beat him, I'll give you $1,000. No one took me up on it.
Yeah, I bet.
But I'm like, do that, because my buddy just lost, but you're saying that like you couldn't even hold his jockstrap, like in a fight.
Yeah,
like he's not gonna. It's like I'll be happy. I'm happy to fly him out here and have beat your ass for saying that.
Would people try and fight you like when you were like out drinking or something? Would some macho guy try to?
I really never had that problem. I mean, I think for me one of the big things, a lot of times guys will want to fight like celebrities or people that are in sports, even boxers or whatever. They're like, oh, he's a boxer, not a street fighter. He's a wrestler, not a street fighter. Jiu-jitsu. Like I was known as like a street brawler with heavy hands.
Right.
So I wasn't really the guy you want to do that with. And the other thing, a lot of people always think I'm a lot bigger than they thought I was going to be. So I'm bigger than they thought. And then the other one is, the thing is that most assholes that would do that were fans of mine. So
yeah,
right.
I was one of their favorite fighters. So
sure.
As long as I'm so laid back. Like if that come up, I'm always nice to the people.
Right.
So I wouldn't give them a reason to start a fight with me.
Yeah.
I mean, you really got. I mean, I just tell people. I tell people all the time. If you talk your way into a fight with me, you're good. Because I mean, your mom's gonna ask me why I waited so long to beat your ass. That's how big an asshole you are.
Yeah,
certified.
Yeah, that's epic. And before you were a fighter, you were a bouncer.
Yeah, I bounced as a bartender most of the time, but I broke up most of the fights too in the bar. But it was a little easier from behind the bar actually because you could see people, you could see it happening. Bill, you get it before it starts.
So you jump over the bar,
or I throw ice at them. I just throw ice at them. Hey,
is that how you got the name the Iceman?
No, I mean it's not be funny. But I with the ice, I'm like, hey,
superpower.
Hey, you go that way. You go that way.
That's
leave
great.
each other alone.
That's funny though. I picture you bartending. Security's like, Chuck, can you help us, please?
My buddy Chris Pontius told me to ask you about fighting with like a bunch of Navy SEALs. Safe to say it takes some serious balls to fight a bunch of Navy SEALs. And how are you going to do that if you got no fucking balls? Well, good news is this month, the month of April, is Testicular Cancer Awareness Month. And my good friends from Manscaped are getting behind the cause by supporting their longtime partner, the Testicular Cancer Society, by releasing this special edition Lawnmower 4.0. There are only 10,000 of these purple TCS special edition lawnmowers in existence. And if you buy them one, then you're getting behind this great cause and contributing to the $50,000 Manscaped is donating to it. Yeah. So even better than that is the deal you get if you use the promo code STEVO at manscaped.com. Then you're going to get 20% off your order plus free shipping for getting behind this epic cause, and not to mention having good looking, nice groomed balls, which you need to be checking on to make sure that they don't have cancer. Okay, thank you, Manscaped, for being such good, wonderful people, and thank you for going to manscaped.com and using the promo code STEVO. Now, let's talk about fighting Navy SEALs.
Yeah, that happened a long time ago. People ask that all the time. I mean, for me, I wasn't involved in most of it. The first time they came in most of all the guys that trained with me that normally working at that bar were in Hawaii with us, like, because we all went to Hawaii for our whole fight team went. And Gam McGee was still there, who's 6'10", almost 300 pounds, and he fought for a UFC world title at one point. But he was involved in it. He got cut. I got cut over his eye. He got a cut somewhere on his face, I think. And then a couple of his buddies really pissed off, and everyone was mad about it. And then they showed up again 2 weeks later, and so the guys got back at him. When I showed up, they had one of my buddies had a guy pinned. The only thing I did was I ran over. Hey, this guy was hitting my buddy when he had the guy started hitting my buddy that had him pinned. I ran over and head snapped the guy, bounced his face off the ground. So
what does head snap?
Yeah, what is
I
that?
just grabbed his head, and just moved back and pulled his head down and slapped his head off. His head went off the ground. He went out. It was cut open his head, I think.
That seems a little bit out of character for you. I think that you strike me as more of a put him in a like choke him out and then lay him down nice and soft.
Just like that was the next guy.
Typically that would I don't once it goes to throwing punches, I don't do that. I did that one time in college and got kicked in the face while I was doing it. Like never again. So once a bunch of people are throwing punches, I try to keep my hands free. So I snap them. That's quick.
Okay,
Gets them
gotcha.
off them. But it gets them off. It keeps them quick. It gets it over and it's quick. Yeah, I don't know.
Hawaii or San Luis Obispo?
San Luis Obispo.
You went to Slow up Cal Poly
Slow. Yeah, I lived up there for 20 years. The whole time, my whole fight career.
Yeah.
So, people ask me about that. I had a guy, an ex-CR, maybe he's still a SEAL, but asked me if I was mad at him. And I'm like, no. Like, it was a bar fight. It happened. It happens. Shit happens. I mean, it's so whatever. Like,
right.
For what? Like, it was just,
I think Pontius asked about that, or told me to ask about that, because Pontius is from San Luis Obispo.
Oh, yeah.
So I think
It's like a local legend.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Yeah.
We did a show in San Luis Obispo not long ago, and of course you're part of my show with the cauliflower ear bit. And when I brought up your name, I said the pride of San Luis Obispo, Chuck Liddell, and you got a lot. You always get a lot of love. Every time I do a show, I say your name, man. It's always a huge cheer.
Yeah, and then the second part of the bit, when you're bleeding and he caught the blood, everybody's like, dude, how sweet, he tried to catch your blood,
Yeah.
You're like, oh, we got blood.
Yeah, we're bleeding.
Oh, we're bleeding.
Well, that was a big problem. Is it's getting that injury on your ear without the blood,
Right?
Because you have once it pops, it doesn't stay there. You need it to blow up.
And you can't have it leaking out.
I said that my buddy was draining his kid's ear, like his 8-year-old, draining his cauliflower ear out, getting the blood out of his ear.
How does an 8-year-old get cauliflower ear?
It happens all the time.
Wrestling, right?
Wrestling matches, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know 8-year-olds wrestled.
When did you
They're pretty good.
When did you get cauliflower ear?
Mine slowly grew. I never blew up. Like mine just slowly grew over time. I mean, I got a little bit inside my ear blown up, and it was so small I never did anything about it. And it was like in my junior year in high school, and then it just grew through college, and then wrestling. After fighting afterwards, I was doing jiu-jitsu and stuff. And so
when you get it, are you like, fuck yeah?
I did not want to have it like some of my friends like this. Not really, but yeah, it's a badge of honor for a lot of guys.
For sure.
Dude, I'm still upset that I wasn't able to get it. So you were already a professional fighter. You're still working at the bar.
Yeah, at the beginning, yeah. Right away. I mean, I'll be honest, like, you gotta look back before Dana Lorenzo came in. I mean, a home run in that sport was $50,000 a fight. Like it was like, that's
main event.
This is your main event, or you're maybe a little more than that for some, like a few of the guys, but for the majority of people, that was a home run.
So when did you get in the UFC?
UFC 17 in 1998.
Okay, and then Dana and the Fertitos came in 2000.
2001, yeah.
Yeah.
So what would Tank Abbott get for a fight when the original one?
That I don't know. I've never asked. Now that you say that, I probably should ask.
And you can't even point to those early days and
I know
say,
my first one I was an alternate for a tournament, and I got $1,000 to show up. And if I won my alternate match and someone got hurt and I got into the finals, I would get $10,000 for second place and it was a 4-man tournament. So if I got in, I would have been in the finals.
So you fight more than once in a night.
If I fought twice, I would have had a chance to win 20 grand total. So that was.
And in those early days before Dana and the Fertittas, like they're paying you $1,000 and they're losing money, right? Like it was just a.
Yeah, I think they kept their expenses down. They were probably, but there was no one. I mean, you go to some of those. I think that first fight. I mean, there's probably 2,000 people there. You know, in Louisiana, they fly you in the day of weigh-ins. I had to think of me one time, like, oh, he's having a hard time making weight. And I'm like, what do you mean? I just got off the airplane. I actually one time I started cutting weight on my connect. Only I always had you on a connection too. Going to the middle of nowhere, but I started on my connection. Like I because I was landing after weigh-ins had started, so. I put my plastics on and the sweats on top of them and started running around and things. So think about, I'm in a seat next to you and we're flying coach, obviously, and back then. And you're like sitting there, I'm sitting in a seat next to you, like dripping sweat. Like I think you ever seen a guy in a plastic suit, my eyes and I sweat bad. So I'm there, sitting next to you sweating, you're like, how did I buy this seat? Like, how do I get stuck with this guy next to me? Like, I'm tripping over. They has no idea who I am. I've never fought, right? I've never been on TV before. Like, why is this weirdo dressed in a
and then back then
in a bag in a garbage bag and a freaking sweats? Like,
and back then they were like, well, what are you doing this for? You're like, oh, I'm going to go fight in a cage with somebody. They're like, what the fuck? This is before anybody.
Back then I just spent a lot of time promoting people and promoting the sport and trying to explain to people what the sport was. But man, do you have to train for that? Like, you just get off the bar stool and just go. Like, that was a normal question.
Yeah.
And that was like, and it wasn't like they weren't trying to be dicks. They were just like, man, do you have to train for that? You just get up and get off the bar and get off the bar and just get mad at somebody and go fight. Like, I guess you could do that, but we do train a little bit out here and there.
Yeah. Could you ever at that time foresee how big the UFC has gotten now?
I always thought it would get this big. I just thought it would take a lot longer to get there. And I think that what happened was really what the big thing was. Our Trojan horse, Dana's Trojan horse to get a live fight on TV was a reality show. Yeah, and that reality show craze is what really drove it, because what we got because it was really hard to break into people like younger people were understanding understand the sport, but breaking into some of these companies and getting in some of these executives, the guys at the top were like, that's not good stuff. No one wants to see that. But when we got those fighters started going and they started doing the show, the ratings that they got were like, wait a minute, people are watching this. And then that fight, I mean, you could ask for a better
was it Forrest Griffin was the first?
Forrest Griffin and Bonner was that first final main event or first final fight for that show, finale, and it was first live fight on TV. It's like, we couldn't ask for a better fight. I mean, it's like a Gotti Ward type, guys going at it and just they were doing mixed martial arts stuff. It wasn't just like a striking or too much wrestling. It was a mix of everything. So it was such a great fight for it. That'd be that
brilliant.
When people ask me, did you think Jackass would blow up and become as big as it was? I always say, I understood that it would be popular. I just didn't think it would be allowed on TV to become popular. That was I just figured, how are you going to show the fucked up shit that we do? It's not, what we do isn't allowed on TV.
Right.
And the kind of the same thing with the UFC is that the problem wasn't whether it would be popular enough to become as big as it is. It's just would they fucking show it, And that's been a little bit of an uphill battle. And it was what do you think broke down the barriers?
It was just, it's like anything else.
Ratings.
The ratings.
Yeah.
Ratings.
People wanted it.
Hey, if you get enough, once they were able to get and show how many people really wanted to watch this, they're like, oh, okay.
Well, now Dana's talking about getting it on CBS.
Not ABC, and he's already had one on ABC.
So
they've already had one. They've got another one coming up. And that was the one he was trying to get Hamzat and Colby on.
I feel like you also got to give Joe Rogan a lot of credit, because for someone like me who's not really following the UFC, but I hear him talk about it and the art of it and the intricacies of it, it kind of makes me look at it more as like not just some violent, crazy thing, but more as like
he's
a sport.
he's a mixed martial artist in his own right.
Right,
Like, he's a good jiu-jitsu guy. Did kickboxing. He was a kickboxing guy. I mean,
Didn't he start out in Taekwondo, I think? And then Taekwondo went out a little bit, and then
I think he was an instructor for Taekwondo.
yeah.
I mean, I would like to see him in the UFC Hall of Fame. I mean, there's got to be a spot for Joe Rogan in there.
Absolutely. And it's a really good point that Joe Rogan did so much for the sport. What's also interesting too, for all of like the stigma of it, and people think it's just so violent and you can't do that, but there's a lot more deaths in boxing than there are in MMA.
yeah, I mean, well, a lot of that comes with head trauma. I mean, there's only so many things in boxing. They're two different sports. I get irritated when people start comparing this and that, striking, and it's different striking. You can't stand in a boxing stance and strike and fight MMA. It's not possible. Like you stand in a boxing stance, you're not going to last long. It's too easy to take you down, and it's too easy to kick you in the legs. Like you're not going to last in a kickboxing match. Like I tell people, you take a guy in a boxing stance, and he's got one round to knock me out in a boxing, in a kickboxing, because I'm like, if I can kick his leg, by the end of the first round, he's not going to be putting enough weight on that front foot to knock me out.
Yeah,
he's like gonna, and so but it's different. But like for boxing, a lot of it is that there's so much. There's a lot more head trauma. I mean, if you think about it, there's so many other ways to do things. There's the wrestling and there's ways to get away from it, and also you're not getting
Gloves
there's no 8 count. You're not getting 8 counts. You know, it's not. You're not getting 8 counts and you guys getting dropped multiple times in a round.
Right.
No, you get dropped, you get flash knocked down. A guy jumps on you, right? It's over.
Yeah.
It's
true.
You're not getting knocked down. 3 or 4 times in a fight.
Yeah, it was the Usman fight and the Colby Covington fight. Like the amount of punches those took. Like a boxer would take those every time they fight. That amount. That happens, and
that happens with training too. Like they're taking more shots in training, because like when it comes down to it, like you've got so many things to train and only so much time.
Yeah.
So in a week, there's only so much time in a week. There's only so much time you can realize. So you have to, budget your time to what they're working on. They're working on wrestling. They're working on jiu-jitsu. They're working on their striking. They're mixing it together. All their strength and conditioning, all that stuff. You're trying to do all these things. So you can't spar as much. You can't get hit in the head as much because you're not. It's just there isn't time.
Yeah.
So you were like the first real like breakout star of the UFC, right? Like that's safe
gladiator.
to say. I remember like I wasn't, in like the early 2000s, I wasn't at all a like UFC fan. I had tried to watch it in the 90s and just found it too boring because they had like
a gi choke out or something with
it was just like grappling, and the rounds weren't, there was just
one long
round. So the grappling exchanges just made it boring for me because that round never ended. And so I wasn't really paying attention, but I remember hearing your name a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, a lot of it was right place at the right time. But it's like I said, when you're given, everyone's, you got lucky, you got this opportunity, that opportunity, but you still have to perform.
Yeah.
Like if you get as lucky as you want, to get something, if you don't do a good job there, you're not going to get it. They say it about actors all the time. Oh, he had his lucky break at this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but if he wasn't, how much time did it take to get there? What was he doing? And then how did he do when he got that break? Because if he'd gotten that part and sucked, we would have never heard of him.
Right. Yeah, and in your line of work, you get your ass kicked. It's just not making it.
If you go out, if I got this big break, I go out there and I get knocked out, it's over.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
There it is.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah.
It's true. It's very true.
Do you have a favorite fight? Yeah, something that you think back to. I'm so glad that's in the books.
If you have to, put a gun to my head and pick one, I mean, I'd probably be beating Randy the first time I beat him. This was after Ultimate Fighter. It was like, it was a week after we just won the show. I just won the show. It was pretty. Everything's all hyped up. It was the first fight I actually got my pay-per-view bonus too. So because we actually hit not big enough numbers and we made them by a lot. Mm-hmm. So it was. I avenged the loss. I was avenging a loss that I I got back and I got a win by knockout. I mean, it was a knockout. And close second to that was beating Randy the second time because I felt like I proved it wasn't a fluke. Like, oh, that's a fluke. Keep you beat him at because he lost the first time. So the second time, and I knocked him out in the first round, and that just proved it wasn't a fluke. We went and did it again.
Do you have a ritual, a pre-fight ritual that you always do every fight, or is it varied? Do you want not people talking to you? Do you eat a certain thing? Do you not jerk off for 5 days beforehand? Like, I'm very fascinated by like the ritual.
That one, no. That was never my issue. I was limited. I was supposed to be limited to what I did before, but no, didn't listen to that very well. No, but I was really good with my diet and meal prep. I had meal preps. Like, I got my weight down. I got my weight down before the fight. By the end of my career, I was like, always knew what I was going to be. 213 when I woke up. To about 213, 13 and a half when I woke up to cut weight. It'd take me, easy cut, and then I just kind of cruise to make the 205. And I just kind of relaxed, man. My thing is, like, for me, my fight week, I always enjoyed fight week because my training base, the last day of sparring on Saturday, the week before the fight, was that's my last day of training, and I was done. Like, after that, I'm relaxed. I'm good. We got the game plans. We're ready with everything, and I just go enjoy the time. Like, I hang out with my friends. We warm up a little bit. We didn't do much all week training wise, which is nice. And then you got to do your interviews and do all that stuff. Go around and do that stuff, and then goof around. I mean, I goof around with my friends. I guess walking from the hotel over to the arena. I was always singing. I'd always sing. Whatever I had on my thing, which people kind of laugh because I go back and forth from like country to like DMX to Slayer to like okay, what is wrong with this kid? Like, what's he like? And I just go out and fight, man. I enjoyed it. Like, it was one of those things. Like, I felt like that was my reward for all the work I put in. Yeah, it was a walk out there.
So
and go
crazy
fight.
To think of enjoying fighting.
So stoked.
Like Justin Gaethje's like, I never sleep better than fight week, and I'm like, I wouldn't sleep at all, just that anticipation or...
Yeah, I know that's really weird. One of the things that's is off the topic, but like the new way they do weigh-ins now. They know how they do the weigh-ins at like 8 or 9 and then do like a fake weigh-in at like 3 or 4 or whatever for the fans. I'm like...
Oh, really?
What is even the point? Like, I'm like, okay, if you want to get us up to 8 and 9, tell the fans we'll be there. They'll be there at 8 and 9.
Yeah.
If that's when you want to do the weigh-ins. Let's just get it done. Like, why? Don't bring me back. Don't bring me back for this stupid thing. Number one. Number two, for me, it really sucks because I go to sleep my whole fight prep. I go to sleep about 2, 3 in the morning because I fight at 9 o'clock at night. So 9:30 at night, 9:30 at night. So I don't want my body getting ready to shut. Like, if you normally go to sleep every day at 10 o'clock, your body's shutting down. You're putting chemicals out that it's ready to shut down. 8:39. It's ready to go to bed. I get up about 10:30. I go to sleep about 2:30. So that was kind of my daily schedule, and I usually took a nap in the afternoon after training. But I don't know if I would have really liked having to get up. Like, I'd actually have to cut weight before I went to bed probably because I wouldn't want to get up at 5 to cut weight for.
It does give you longer. It gives you longer to rehydrate though. Like,
longer to rehydrate, that was an issue for me.
Right.
I didn't because I started cutting my water that morning, so I only cut water for like it's like you going to do a regular workout today,
right?
And just waiting a couple extra hours to drink water. You're not going to get that dehydrated. I lose 10 pounds. I lose 10 pounds of water, but to hold it off for 2 or 3 hours, it's not a big deal.
Right.
Now once you start holding that overnight, I don't like holding it over. That's one of the reasons I did it that way. I don't like doing it overnight. Like, I don't like going to bed deprived of water.
What do you think about this? If they decided that, like, at the little check-in station where they check your gloves and they put the Vaseline on your face and stuff, like right before you get in the octagon for the actual fight, what do you think if they weighed you at that point so that you knew stepping into the octagon precisely what that person weighed? I would be fascinated to know how much weight they put back on.
I think that'd be actually kind of cool for fans, or like even just in the locker room before they come out anytime, because you don't really give or take a few sips of water. I mean, if they just when they came in and checked their weight and just see what their weight is the next day.
Yeah, but if they were, I mean, they're already standing there for like
have it on top of a scale, so you can see it up there. That'd be kind of cool.
That'd
be cool. Because you could see some of these differences, like especially some of these little guys. Man, I'm impressed. I'm still impressed when they make that weight. Like when a little guy loses like 20 pounds, I'm like, dude, how did you lose 20 pounds? I've done like 19 and a half before. And it was a day of weigh-in, so I made it. But it was a timing change. So
that's the guy who doesn't mind doing it at 8 and 9 in the morning.
But yeah. Hey, as soon as I get it off, please let me step on a scale.
Yeah. So you weigh in at 205. And then what are you by the time you get into the ring?
I was about 215 probably.
By the time you got into the ring, so you gained 10 pounds?
I gained it back out.
In like a day?
That's why I walk around. Yeah, because you just lost. I lost it a day, put it back on.
Crazy.
But I'm sorry, then what's the point of the weigh-in if you're not that weight when you fight anyway?
That's a good question.
Well, the point is that there's only everyone made a certain goal weight. Like you don't have to, so we don't have to walk around.
So we got one to a base point.
We have a base. Everyone makes it to a base point the day before. That's agreement. Like I said, so I don't care if you put on. I don't care if you put on 34 pounds. If you had to cut 34 pounds to get there, I know that took it out of you. So if you're 34 pound heavier than me, you know, but you had to cut all that. You had to cut all that water to make that weight. You're going to pay for it tomorrow. Okay. So you're paying for it.
Right.
Like so.
So it does level the playing field.
Yeah, it levels the playing field because it's like for different people. Like it's like deciding what weight to stay at, what weight to go down to, or if you should go down a weight or stay up a weight.
Right.
And it comes down to like what's the best? Where am I the best? Where am I? I got the best strength to weight ratio. Like where am I the strongest for that for my body type, my weight, my size.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just it's a basic choice for people. Like everybody makes it different. Like some people, like a lot of guys, like some people don't like to cut. Like I like to keep getting down. I get down. I just like to get to where I'm about between 215 and 213 before I cut. Now, a lot of guys don't want to do that. Like, a lot of guys like to keep their weight around 220 and cut down from there. They're more comfortable cutting 15 pounds. That's what makes them. What makes them feel strongest and feels best. So that works for me too. Like I don't care as long as you made that weight, we're fair. You know, it's fair.
Okay.
I could have kept my weight up at 220 if I wanted to, and cut the same amount of weight and been bigger too. But I didn't want to because I would. It's just like if I went. Everyone asked me if I went heavy. If I went up to heavyweight, I still would have fought at like 220, 218. My body wouldn't have carried. It would have taken a while. I would have maybe my third or fourth fight down the road if I started going heavyweight. I would have started getting bigger.
Yeah.
But at that time, like if I decided to just go up for one fight, I would have been 218 because that's where I was most comfortable fighting. Right. Like because I'd done it in kickboxing before where I'm going to fight heavyweight, so I might as well just be 225. I felt like a slug. And I started pushing my punches, and I got tired real fast. There's a little more weight to carry around. So
makes sense.
Yeah, do people do cocaine for weight cuts, or I guess they're going to drug test you for the fight?
In Pride they do. Pride they fucking do whatever.
That seems like a strange way to weight cut, but I guess you could.
I wonder, like, if anybody is about to weigh in and they're not going to make weight, have you ever heard of anybody just fucking donating a pint of blood just to get that last pound off?
That I have not heard. I don't think that would be a good idea. No.
It'd probably be a bad idea.
You want that blood. Unless you're going to put it back in after. You say,
put it back in after.
Put it back in after. Maybe
a transfusion.
A little transfusion.
Some Lance Armstrong fucking weight cutting shit.
Dude.
That's epic.
Yeah, we're onto something now.
But that's insane.
And thanks for clarifying that about the weight cut, because I was always like, what the fuck is the point? But that makes total sense what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, and everybody, when you agree to a weight, and if you make the weight, that's why I hate when these guys show up like 8 pounds over, 10 pounds over.
Yeah.
Right.
And you show up 8, 10 pounds over, you didn't try. Don't tell me. Yeah. I just got on the scale and made weight. If you were having that kind of a problem making weight, call me up. Let's talk to me. Hey, if you want to fight, I can only make 210. I'm not gonna make it. Let's do a catch weight. okay, let's call Dana. Let's do a catch weight. Okay,
Dana does not love catch weight.
He doesn't, but I mean, if it's between that and the fight, okay.
Right.
But if he's not gonna even try, I don't want to try. I don't want to. I don't want to have to make weight. I don't want to make weight and then have him come in at 210. Come over him weighing at 215. I weigh in at 205. It's like that's not cool.
What happens when that happens? Does the fight still happen?
If they ask that, you have to accept it if you want to, and most guys will.
Negotiation.
And then they give.
And you don't want to look like a bitch.
I don't know what that, but I don't know what you get a percentage of that purse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They'll renegotiate your contract right down to the wire, and they'll say, okay, this guy's not making weight, but we're gonna give you 20% of his purse.
Well, I think that's almost automatic, the 20% of his purse.
Right, but
even if he knocks you out, you're getting 20% of what he'll make.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. I think a lot of. I mean, I don't know. You probably offer a lot of different things. Depends on the fight too. Like like if it's a guy trying to make it in the UFC, you say, okay, we'll give you. If you lose, we'll bring you back anyway. We're not going to cut you for losing since you gave up the weight.
Right.
They'll make negotiations. They want to make the fight. They want. All comes down to it. You want to fight.
Yeah.
I mean, I've accepted a couple guys that didn't make weight before back in the day, but I'm like, that was close enough. They tried.
Right.
Guys, they're like, is that okay? Like, back this was before there was commission.
Oh, wow.
It was UFC before. Hey, man, is it okay? Yeah, he's fine. Like, I look at him. He tried. He's good. He's not. Yeah. He doesn't look. He's not like huge. I mean,
right.
The statistics really show that people who miss weight and come in heavier win a lot. Like your chances of winning coming in heavier are greater.
Right, so you're sacrificing 20-30%, but you're probably going to win.
When you agree to fight a guy who missed weight, you are like deliberately, consciously taking a disadvantage in the fight.
Definitely, right.
And so as such, you should get financially compensated.
For sure. I agree.
It's only fair. It's like fighting with steroids, maybe. Not really, but like, I mean, you have a little bit of extra weight behind you. It kind of helps the cause. Yeah,
different reasons. Yeah, a lot of guys, maybe there's guys that shouldn't be at that weight. They're too big for that weight. They walk around too big for that weight.
Who's your favorite fighter to watch these days? Like of the young guys coming up?
Oh man, well, not young guys yet. It's still Glover Teixeira is still out there. So
yeah, okay, sure.
Is Glover Teixeira the champ still right now?
He's ranked like top top 5.
Yeah, he's one of my guys. He used to train with me.
Nice,
but
he's a good dude, man. I really like him.
And how old is he now?
He beat Jan Blachowicz for the title. Does he still have the title?
Yeah, he still has it. He fights again. Shanghai, June, right?
Yeah, he fights Yuri Prikashka. Yeah, that's fucking scary, man. But dude, I love watching all these old guys kill it. The old guys are doing pretty fucking well these days. Like Andrei Arlovsky with all the victories, and Glover Teixeira is the champ, and fucking who else is that? Alexei Olenek just had a victory. He's fucking 44 years old.
Wow,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was his 77th pro fight. He's 44 years old.
It's crazy.
And he fucking was in deep trouble, and he fucking switched it around, and that was great.
Wow.
I don't miss a fight, Chuck. I'm a fucking.
That's awesome.
I'm gnarly.
Do you watch them all?
No. I still love fights. I still watch them, but I just don't. I mean, I got kids, and it's hard to get the time to watch all of them.
It's got to feel good that whenever you're at the pay-per-views, and you're at most of them, that like hearing the crowd roar when they show you on the screen.
Yeah, it's still cool. Yeah, that's still cool to have.
For sure.
Yeah, it's fun.
I mean, it's crazy because like that's just like longevity, man. You have enduring fucking legacy, man. That's why I say legend.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And so I remember when we were in Peru, it was so crazy. We were in this food tent, and you said, like, oh, something or other, like, we were talking about representation. You were like, oh, well, man, I never wanted an agent because I'm not going to let him take 10% of my fucking fight purse, and especially if I come back. And I said, like, wait, hold on a second. Did you just say come back? And then I remember, like, I had you on camera, like, and you said, I'm thinking about fighting again. And I was like, have you told that to anybody? And you said no. And I'm like, oh my God, like this camera I'm holding is so fucking valuable. That was
It was. I mean, it was good. It was good to go out of my own way. But probably not the best option at the time. I needed another neck surgery at that time, so I still need another. I went down to Columbia.
For the bioaccelerator, yeah.
And I said, well, I do have some neck. I got it for my. I went down for my shoulders. It was amazing. It worked amazing for my shoulders. But I got my knee checked. But I had it was just worn to the bone, so it wasn't.
Yeah.
Really, but and I want my neck, and so they did an MRI down there. So before they do something on your neck, they want to do an MRI. So, are you having problems with your balance and coordination? I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, they're like, oh, well, can you? I think when you get back, you should go see your doctor about that. That way, have your neck looked at. So I said, all right. And I'm like, so didn't worry about it when I got back for about a month and a half. And I'm like, well, so, you're having problems with your balance and coordination, Chuck. I'm like, what do you mean? No, I'm not. I was like, yeah, we should go get you checked. So I went and got an MRI. So get the MRI, go in and talk to the doctor, come out, and he goes, so he said, so you're having problems with the balance. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with people? Like, why do you keep saying this? I'm like, oh, really? I'm fine. I just fought. Like, I'm all right. I mean, I'm good. He's like, really? Do me a favor. Go stand on the other side of the room. Walk to me heel toe. I try to walk, I'm going to walk to me. Now close your eyes. Try to do it. I took one step. I'm like, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me try this again. Try to do it again. And he's like, okay, yeah, now stick your hands out, stand on one foot, put your arms out, touch your nose. All right, now close your eyes. Close my eyes, I fell over. I'm like,
wow.
Shit. He's like, yeah, your vertebra is worn through it, so it's tapping your spine, and so you're balancing yourself with your eyes. Your body's so great. Like, it adjusts your brains.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting the right signals from anywhere else. So my brain, I was using my eyes to balance.
Whoa.
It's crazy to they're looking at scientific evidence that there's a problem, but Chuck doesn't believe it. No, fine.
Yeah. Then he's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna move this guy out. We'll have you in surgery on Tuesday. I'm like, wait, whoa, time out. What do you mean Tuesday?
When was all this? It was after that last fight you had?
Yeah, after the last fight I had, I took a bioaccelerator to go down there and get my shoulders, and it was like about 6 months after the last fight, and I went down there, and but it was like, I went in, it was funny because I'm like, man, why do we have to do it Tuesday? Like this is not like, hold on, I'm trying to accept I got to do another neck surgery, and he's like, so well, he's like, look, man, it's not a big deal. It's just, but if we wait, there's a chance if you get in a car accident and you got a bad car accident right now, you might not walk again. I don't want to be the reason you got like that was because I put you off a month and a half to get your surgery.
Yeah.
I got an opening right here. Yeah. We're gonna do it on Tuesday.
Wow.
What's that from? Is that from just years of wrestling and fighting?
Wear and tear, just wrestling and fighting. I mean, it was just because it was just worn to the bone, so it's just all just gone.
Jeez. Yeah, you kind of have that too, right?
I've got degenerative disc disease in my neck. Yeah, it's.
Is that the same thing?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I know mine's pretty basically they kind of explain the different solutions, and just basically just fuse it. The other two don't really work for it, but fusing
I'm a ways away from that. I'm sure Chuck had it a little bit worse.
Is it better now? If you close your eyes, can you balance?
Oh yeah, I was better. I was almost better walking out.
Wow.
Walking out of the next day when I woke up and got up from surgery.
Even with your eyes open, did it feel like different, or was it only when your eyes were closed? You're like, I can stand up.
Yeah, only when the eyes were closed. I mean, I was but everyone said I was that day I was walking different again because they said my wife paid more attention to me than I do. So she's like, yeah, you were walking different for a long time, for a while.
Interesting.
Is that the UFC doctors doing all that, or is that just your own private?
I've got my own private doctors. Yeah. Well, I have SAG insurance, and it's really good.
Yeah. Nice. So that last fight with Tito, the one that when we were in Peru, you told me you were thinking about, like it was tough, man. And I know that the world responded to it, and like they viewed it as sort of a bummer. And from my perspective, I I thought, well, shit, you know, like, here's Chuck. He's a fighter. He fucking misses it. Like, it's in him. Like, it's just like, I just felt like, you know, I understood why you wanted to do it, and I thought it was fucking great that you went for it.
Yeah, and I have no regrets. I mean, obviously, I wish I was healthier, and I wish I performed better. But other than that, hey, I went out and did my thing. I you know, it is what it is. It
Right.
is something, you lose something. It is. I mean, it's not. I mean, I didn't do anything. I went out and did the best I could. And
I mean,
at
dude,
that
like
time,
as far as your legacy goes, I mean, it doesn't fucking change shit about the fact that you're the fucking Iceman Chuck Liddell, dude.
right.
Like,
Yeah, I don't feel that at all. So.
and your Chuck and Tito 30 for 30 was fantastic.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
It really was
Yeah,
fucking
they did a
fantastic.
really good job with that. Having it, you know, getting it, you know, getting a lot of issues and a lot of history and a lot of stuff. I thought they covered it pretty well. in
Yeah,
general.
dude, for sure. And your relationship with Dana is just great, huh?
Yeah, I still have a good relationship with Dana. You know, we were friends. I mean, he was my manager before this.
Oh, wow.
Thing.
Yeah.
Before
I
he
didn't know
decided, he started to buy it. They decided to buy it, and you know, we don't always agree on everything, but that, you don't always have to. By the way, guys, people, you don't have to always agree with your friends.
Right.
Yeah, the differences.
Yeah, it's okay to have friends that think different than you do.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
actually, it makes life interesting.
I don't know. That's a controversial statement right there.
That
It
was
makes life fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
you
when
know,
you
I agree.
first stopped fighting. Like Dana really took care of you, huh? Like,
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. They and the funny thing, like when I first came, like I don't know why. I think he forgets the story how it worked, because he planned on coming to me and telling me to quit. Like when we had a dinner meeting, and we walked in and he said okay, you know, we're done. I said, you know, I'm ready to retire. I just don't want to. I can give me a minute, give me a little bit of time to. He said, yeah, man, thank you. I was coming in here to tell you to quit. I wanted you to quit. He said, I'll release you if you. I'm not going to fight you anymore. He said, I wasn't going to fight you anymore. I would release you to fight anywhere you want, but I'm not. I can't do it anymore. You're done. You're not able to. And I said I came in right away. That's why I said no. I'm ready to retire, because
yeah, those last handful of fights were tough, man. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, in the last fight, I think I knocked myself out really with that headbutt, but still, you know, it's one of those things. I went like, I mean, Rich is a great fighter and tough guy, I thought, you know, he should have been able to knock me out like that. And I should be able to take a punch better than that. And if I can't, then
It's a problem.
it's time to retire.
Yeah.
You know,
Right. And so he employed you, right? Like,
yeah, and then I worked for the UFC until
WME bought it,
until
right?
WME bought it, and then I mean a year after. Yeah, I mean, they kept me on for about a year, and then
Right.
they got rid of me. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I get it. I mean, a new company, and
Well, right. I mean, if they're
I wasn't actually really doing much outside of having my. And you know, I just got married. I had my kids, and I was like they'd offered, if you want to move out to Vegas and do that. I'm like, nah, you know, I'm okay.
I mean, I think the way Dana describes it, he was paying you to not fight.
right,
Which is great.
Yeah, it was, and it was like, yeah, and I mean, he said, you know, I had to come to like 3 or 4 shows when they offered it, come for 3 or 4 shows a year, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, and so I just went to whenever. I went to a lot more than 3 or 4, but now that they offered them, I like going to fights. So
They love it. And
I'm coming to fights, having fun, meeting
Yeah.
fans, and hanging out with fans, and having a good time. It was a
they
it
do
was a
the
good
same
time.
thing with Forrest Griffin.
Yeah,
Every time I go to the Apex, like
he's
Forrest
a-
Griffin's just on site.
Yeah,
Yeah, love that guy too.
yeah, he's a good dude.
That's it. I think that's killer, man. That you know, for all the way people describe Dana and how he does business and stuff, like, I think that it's really telling the way he looked out for you. You know, the way he took care of you.
Yeah,
And to talk to like Rhonda about how much she loves Dana. You know, like
Yeah.
Dana's relationships, I think, speak to what kind of guy he is.
Oh yeah, Dana's a good dude, man. I like Dana. We always have. I mean, no one's. Hey, man, he speaks his mind.
Yeah.
And I don't. Like I said, I don't always agree with him, but hey, I'm okay with people speaking their mind. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You're not wondering whether he doesn't like you or not.
For sure.
You're not wondering. You're not wondering. Is Dana mad at me? Like I always just tell people about me. Like if you got to ask someone if I'm mad at you, I'm not. Just say no.
Yeah, you would know.
If you're doing something that makes me mad, I will let you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not aggressive either way, but I'm very straightforward. Like,
Sure.
hey, don't be an asshole. Quit being an asshole. You know,
Yeah.
I will let you know. Like, if you have to ask someone or guess if I don't like you or if I'm mad at you, you're probably safe to say I'm not.
Yeah. That's good.
People like used to ask my wife, "Hey man, Chuck's he's not really texting me back. Is he mad at me?" She's like,
It's like, no, dude, he gets 800 texts a day. Like,
It's like
relax.
if you send him if you send me like an ending, like hey, look at this cool thing I did. I mean, I might not get around to oh cool.
Yeah.
I looked at it, and went, okay, cool, that's cool. But if you didn't need a response, I probably didn't respond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. If I did respond and you think it's short, if I respond, I like you. Just anybody,
you got the
if I'm
response.
if you're texting me and I actually respond, I like you.
Yeah.
Like, it's like if I don't, I won't even bother to respond.
Sure.
Do you have anything coming up?
I've been doing a lot of little things. I've been working on doing that No Chuck's Given thing, doing that kind of show. We haven't really, I'm not sure what we're gonna do with it, but we're having a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah,
Like
you
going
stay
out-
busy.
Going out doing a lot of fishing trips, to do some hunting, some a lot of stuff with did some with some military guys. E3 Ranch, we go out there and always have some fun with those guys, the
Cool.
crazy guys.
Yeah, that's cool.
Those guys are nuts. Man, they can shoot.
Oh, I bet.
Some of those guys.
I'm trying to remember, like before we get done, I'm trying to remember you had some crazy like drugs and private jets and
He's like, I was hoping you didn't talk about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're covering that.
maybe it was a private conversation.
Maybe it's a private jet, no drugs, or
Yeah.
something like that.
I mean, let me rephrase. If you can like color in like what it was like going from being like working in the bar to becoming this fucking mainstream like icon of the UFC.
Okay, kind of a weird way to explain that. So it's a funny story. So I just won beat Randy, won the title after the Ultimate Fighter. I was out visiting with the Will Ford in Tampa. I was out visiting, and Dana calls me and said, "Hey, you want to go on vacation with me and Lorenzo and Frank or whatever?" And I'm like, "Sure, okay." Well, for a week, okay, we're gonna fly you out here. So I get on. So I get on the plane. I get on Southwest. They put me on Southwest to go back, and I get on there, and I'm sitting there, and I got a window seat and this small jewel in the aisle, and then no one in my seat next to me. And I'm like, okay, perfect. And last minute, this guy probably 6'6", maybe 330, probably to that, comes on. I'm like, oh man, please pass me. Please walk by. Please walk by. Please walk by. He walks by. Oh, phew, comes back. There's no other seats. Asked the girl, hey, do you mind us moving in the middle so because I don't fit in the middle? She's like, oh, I get claustrophobic. He's like, looks at me like, I'm like, oh. So 5 hours like that, right, to Vegas. So I get to Vegas, I get picked up at the airport in a car, and they drive me to the private hangar where I get on a G4 with 3 other people and fly to Ibiza, where we go over to the yacht, which is 200. A couple of yachts that are over 200 feet, and have 88-foot tenders. And I mean, we were there for about a week. I mean, it was absolutely bananas. And that, to give you an idea, like that was such a wild trip there. Like I mean, stuff we did I probably can't get into, but like, it was so much fun. And we actually flew straight from there, went to England to do a tour promoting UFC. straight from Ibiza. That not probably the best idea, but we land, and I got these two girls calling me up to go out. And I'm like, and anyone that knows me, this was big. I went, nah, I can't do it. I'm not gonna. And they're like, well, how about we just come over? I'm like, no, I need to sleep right now. I need to. Sorry, and I mean, I was so glad I did it because the next day I knew we had a radio tour the next day, but I didn't know we were gone for like 14 hours. Like I was like driving all over the place doing all these tours.
Did you get a rain check?
Well, yeah. I was a smart move. I was just doing one of the times just made the right. I had to make the right decision. I was oh man.
Wow.
But yeah, but it was great. But I went from I went from a kid I never been on a yacht. You know,
that was your first experience on a yacht.
First yacht I've ever been on. It's like so people are like, oh man, my buddy's got like a 50 footer. He's got a 65 footer. I'm like, oh cool, like. Okay, yeah, I've been on a tender that was 88 feet. Okay, cool. You're like, at first I didn't know that. I mean, that's really not like a 80-foot yacht is a nice yacht.
Yeah,
that's not cheap.
Yeah,
no,
that's a very nice boat. But you have no perspective really because I never been much of a been on.
Yeah.
I was on blue collar kids, just right. Hey, that's not what I'm used to. But it was pretty crazy. But it was a pretty crazy trip.
So the neck surgery, like
we had a strip club out there. And I was like one of the few singles, but they were there's some guy doing his videotaping, right? I'm like, hey, to security, I'm like, hey, this guy's videotaping. I was like, what? That's not cool. Like. Not that for me, I just didn't think that anybody else wanted to be videotaped. And so security goes, oh, he comes back over. Oh, he's a manager. I don't care if he's a manager. He don't videotape us. And I just come from being a normal kid.
I'm trying to get my dick sucked over here, dude. I'm like, video.
And then I go over and so I'm like, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna grab it from the guy, and then I go, oh, Chuck, relax. So they went over and they offered the guy money for it. I guess they got up to. I didn't know they did this. Dan told me after because I was like, I was still caught for being, I was gonna come back. I'm like, dude, let me go back there and take it. Like I would have just taken it from him for $500. Give me the $500. I would have just taken the camera from him. He took the tape. He took the tape out and gave him the camera back. And paid him $500, but because he paid him money, and he wasn't gonna sell these. I look, man, I see that gorilla over there. He pointed at me. He's all, if you don't sell it to me, this tape to me, he's gonna come get it, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, we're on a boat in the middle of nowhere.
So it's a strip club, but it was funny.
Wow.
It was. It was upset, but it was
what he was doing was wrong, and you were going to make it right.
I was going to make sure he did.
Serve up some ice cold justice.
I was just going to take it from him.
Yeah, that's good. So you told me the bioaccelerator, which is the stem cell operation, which I went to. It's in Colombia. It's great.
Awesome. I was having problems putting my bag up over the plane, like my shoulders, and I don't know. I mean, this motion hurt.
Wow.
Bad.
Right.
And
they fixed you.
That really did like a phenomenal job on that.
Wow.
So and the neck surgery helped with your balance.
Yeah, balance. My knee. I did my partial knee replacement. And that works great. So the nicest thing about that was when I did that. Like, so okay, finally I broke down. I'm gonna get it. It was my son did it. Like he comes in. We were playing soccer and I was limping, chasing him around playing soccer. And my son goes, "Hey, Dad, you don't have to play." I'm like, "Oh, what do you mean? Like, I didn't want me to limping around." I'm like, "Oh. Son, I'm fine. That's fine. We'll be good." So I'm like, all right, what do I got to do to fix this? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Well, they said partial knee replacement. I said, okay. So now once I get that, what can I do? And the guy said, well, it's not what can you do. It's what should you do. You can do whatever you want. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. If you beat your body like you have for the last 20 years, you'll be back in here in 10 years. Mm-hmm. I said, 10 years? Perfect. That's the first time I got that reaction, but like, what shouldn't I do? He's like, well, I don't want to do any long distance running. I'm like, damn it. Like, no long distance running?
What about
sold.
soccer?
Yeah.
Sold.
Yeah.
Like,
hiking a
it's
mountain?
just like no, hiking's fun. They just didn't want me doing that like running, pounding long distance.
Yeah, because
And, like, that was the worst thing. But everything else is within moderation. He's like, fine. I'm like, oh, perfect. So I'm banned from doing the thing I hate the most.
Yeah.
And everything else is good. Perfect.
Yeah.
How do you stay in shape now? I mean, you're pretty jacked, and you got. You're solid.
I lift and I still hit the bag. Still hit mitts. Still try. I haven't been wrestling enough, but I still like to do a little more jiu-jitsu. I'm starting to learn more gi stuff. I was having fun with that for a little bit. My buddy that was helping me just he had a eye retina surgery, so it's like he got some weird hit in the eye and needed to get it fixed. So it's been a while, but I'm starting just playing around. I still like doing jiu-jitsu. I like jiu-jitsu and like striking, like just moving around sparring and doing stuff is kind of one of those things that it allows me to get centered, like and not and just kind of like not think about other things, because usually my mind's racing about a million things at once, and that helps me kind of calm down.
Right. So you can play soccer with your kid now.
Oh yeah, now I can run after him and goof around, and then he doesn't get sad that I'm limping.
That's great, man.
Crucial. Yeah, wow.
I was like, man,
It's the worst.
Did I look that bad chasing after you? I did look pretty bad.
Yeah, well, that's good, man. And what's No Chuck's given?
It's honestly just me doing stuff. They offer me to go do crazy stuff, and I go do it.
Who's they?
The guys from they do it with me. Guys from Leviathan. They come out. Hey, you want to go? Go shoot. Go hunting, or you want to go out fishing? You want to go do some? Want to go drive side by side? You want to go to the dunes? Whatever. Okay, cool. Let's try it.
You're like, I don't give a chuck.
Dude, that's epic, man. Well, fucking right on, Chuck. Dude, is there anything that we can drive traffic to for you?
Just all my social media stuff. At Chuck Liddell. I mean, it's at Chuck Liddell. I think it's on all of them. I think, but
Yeah.
I'm not.
Good, man. So get on there. The Instagram's your favorite, yeah?
Instagram, that's one I'm on the most, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do that. I do Twitter, but yeah. So I'm trying to get ChuckLiddell.com back up, but I have to get that back. So we'll talk.
Oh,
about
well,
that
all
later.
right. Maybe we can help with that
Yeah.
shit.
My brother wanted me to let you know that you hit like a pussy. Just kidding.
We can always redo the thing. Redo that.
I'll pay him $1,000 to come out and fight him.
We redo that last round.
Yeah, that's epic, man. Well, dude, I love you, Chuck, man.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for having me, man. That's been fun.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
has been
man.
great.
Fuck
for
yeah.
sure.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Good deal, man. Yeah, dude, how about Chuck Liddell, man? I fucking love that guy. And how about this palm tree? You want to get a look at that? That's what you get right here in Rutland, Vermont. And I cannot verify the truth of what I'm about to say, but I was told that Rutland, Vermont has a population of 16,000 people, over 800 of which will be in this theater tonight. I don't know what percentage that represents. Well, what would that be, P? How many people? That's like fucking almost 20% of the population of the goddamn town's coming to the show tonight. And it's me and Preston Lacey. Yeah, dude. So, fucking love you guys, man. Thank you for sticking around for another episode of the Wild Ride Podcast. And I'd love it if you give some love to Chuck Liddell. Let him know how great it was, Fucking tag him in a post. Whatever. Thanks, man. Love you guys. You. Ladies and gentlemen, Ari Shaffir.
Good intro, dude.
Yeah,
right
dude.
into it.
I do it that way every time, man.
Nice.
You know my co-host Scott Randolph?
Indeed.
Probably you guys met back in 2015
What was 2015?
when we did the Jackass
show?
Night for...
That was great. We did a storytelling night.
No, I wasn't there. Did you do it for Comedy
Well,
Central?
we'll get into that, but I've got my first question. It's like, how much shit am I going to catch for having you on?
Some. Some. They're going to call my pot stirring.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, I just got to get right into this because because
multiple groups of people who hate me.
you took a lie detector test and passed the lie detector test, saying that you do not regret your whatever it was, a tweet or a story or something about Kobe.
You got to be true to your fucking stand-up, man.
I mean, dude, it's insane.
I see all these people whenever some celebrity dies, they're like fucking wrenching their fucking clothes publicly, making it about themselves, and it's always nauseating to me. It's like that. Remember that thing that people used to do on Facebook where it's like, you know, my dad's gone 10 years ago today. I miss you. We're like, who the fuck are you talking to? And then this is the new version of that. It's just like, oh, I lost some celebrity I've never met. Oh, Michael Jackson died. I'm so sad. Fuck you.
Right.
Just keep it to yourself. Play a fucking song.
It is interesting, like when like Prince died, like people can't cope and they won't go to work for the day.
Yeah, like
and
what are you talking about?
That.
He wasn't even come out with new music. He was done.
Yeah.
And so it's like I see it and I just want to mock it.
Dude,
so I just
that's it.
always say something shitty about the guys, and then most people like it, and then like 5% of people are like, fine, but I'm mad. Like,
So you don't run anything by a team before you say shit.
team.
But in the immediate wake of the Kobe thing, like you did go pretty quiet, like for a moment there.
Dude, I guess they were using my wall on Twitter to like dox my friends and managers and shit. So like they were like on like that tweet, they'd be like, "Hey, here's his manager's address. Here's her phone number. Go fuck her up."
Wow.
And so eventually they're like, "Oh Jesus, you guys are out of control."
Man.
Yeah, but yeah, you're classy people, Laker fans. Classy fucking people.
And then that all kind of like blew over. What
They
was
all
the
blow over.
what was what was the bigger catastrophe in your life, the Kobe thing or the drugging Bert?
Oh, good question. Well, that one was worse because my friend wasn't he wasn't talking to me for a while.
Yeah.
So that did bother me.
And his
the
wife
others were just
probably-
exposing dorks.
Yeah.
And this one just,
And Bert's wife still doesn't talk to you, is that right?
Brad and his wife are fucking, he's friends with me, but his wife is not, it's not a fan. She'll never be a fan. I just sent her flowers. I'm like, hey lady, I'm sorry, I'll stay out of your way.
Yeah.
First of all, that was the greatest podcast in the history of podcasting.
All right.
We took Molly and just fucking had a fucking
We
blast.
took Molly. I gave him Molly.
I gave him free Molly, dude. Some of the finest shit you can find in New York. And I gave it to him, no questions asked.
Wait, what was it? No questions asked for sure.
And we had a fucking blast. Oh, it was fun.
That was at Bert's house, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like...
You said it was from New York, so you flew with it from...
Yeah, I was flying on tour. I was like, I just got an idea. I'm like, I'm going to give somebody Molly on a podcast. I don't know who.
How'd you transport it?
Up my ass.
Really?
No.
I always like to hear how people transport drugs,
They ain't looking. TSA's dumb. They ain't looking for that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, to be fair...
It's not like a pass-outable amount. It's just like a little bit.
What I noticed over the years was that going through security, like whatever they look at, whenever they saw money, like they were like, oh no, you keep your cash. Like I don't want, you know.
Because they don't want to be accused of stealing money.
Yeah, they so like the keeping drugs in cash.
In money. Yeah, that's pretty smart. Which I kind of did anyway. Maybe you have like Coke or something, you like pull it into a dollar and like keep twisting it up.
How much blow do you think you've flown with?
Transported.
Like, it was only towards the end, like
like an ounce total?
No,
Or like
mean,
an 8 ball every time you went? You flew 8 times?
I didn't fly that much with like real narcotics, but whatever.
With
The problem with Coke is like it's always a like, hey, you want blow? And you're like, yeah, okay, but it's not I better have some blow on me. Like weed, you're like, I gotta fly with some weed because I'll need it.
Right.
Coke, you're like, I'm never gonna do this again, so it's fine.
I got to a point where I needed the Coke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I definitely needed it. Like I could not fly without it.
Were you like Elton John, like where you woke up in the morning and snorted blow? And then you could function?
No.
I mean, not like wake up in the morning. No, I'd like.
You just do a whip it right when you woke up.
I mean, whatever.
Underrated drug. It's nitrous whippets.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the This Is Not Happening. You had this show on Comedy Central.
Yeah. Well, first we just did it live, like the way you did it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, and it came out. It was like a big show on Comedy Central.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was the coolest stand-up show they ever had, for sure.
And at one point, like in between seasons, you guys decided, let's get like as many of the guys from Jackass as we can to come on stage and tell crazy stories and just to kind of feel it out and test it and see if it would be a good episode.
Yeah, so we do theme episodes, and some of them were like travel stories, some of them were this, whatever. We were thinking of having like a Tracy Morgan storytelling show. I'll probably do like.
Oh, just everybody tells a different story.
There's so
about
many Tracy Morgan stories that I'm like,
Yeah.
I could get 4 or 5 comics to
Oh
tell
my
really
god,
good Tracy
an
Morgan
Andy
stories.
Dick episode will be so huge.
Dude, for sure, I thought about an Andy Dick episode. For
I mean,
sure.
every story is identical. so it's a good,
He grabbed me when I didn't want it to.
Yeah, so
He got thrown out of the bar at 2 p.m.
Right, you got like hundreds of people telling precisely the same story. Bad episode.
Dude, that was
bad
he
idea.
did the Bridgetown Comedy Festival. We'll get back to it, but he thrown out of a bar at like 2 p.m. and we're like, Andy Dick, and he just throws some. He just takes some of those root beer candies, you know, and he goes, whatever, and throws them at us, and then just bounds off. Like, who the fuck is this fairy guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So so themed episodes, and then it was gonna be Jackass.
And we were like, I don't know if we reached out to you first or whatever, but everybody was down.
It was
Jackass stories.
everybody was down. We had I think everybody had a blast. And that was the first time for all of the other guys to ever get on
Taking the
stage.
stage?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that because you were like, people don't realize it fucking takes some work to do stand up.
Yeah.
And you had this experience now, so
Yeah.
you were like, hey guys, I actually like you could just tell like I know what
Yeah.
I'm doing with this microphone.
Yeah,
and
a little
they're like,
bit. Right. I mean, distinctly, the trial did not succeed because there was never a Jackass themed episode.
I think I lost the show pretty shortly after that.
Okay.
I wonder when it was. That was 2015.
It was 2015. Yeah.
Oh, well, it wasn't that short after that.
Yeah,
I think it was still like a thing we wanted to do.
I'm very interested in hearing about the losing of the show. What would as I understood it, you recorded a special for Comedy Central.
No, just for myself.
For yourself, and
Yeah.
then it was going to be on Comedy Central, but you pulled it and moved it somewhere else, and that upset.
No, yeah, I upset. Well, I got sick of taking notes from people on my stand up, from like just some guy wearing a suit. Like I'll just do what I want to do. And I'm sure
Right.
you get it all the time. We're like, maybe you shouldn't do this. And you're like, yeah, I want to choose my own show.
Right.
Like a live show. Like I don't want you telling me what I should do.
Right.
Like thanks for the input.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I'll do what I want.
Right.
So at some point I was like, hey, I'm just gonna make this myself and figure it out and pay for it. It was kind of one of the early ones of doing that. And then I made it, and then they made me an offer, and I was like, I didn't take the offer.
Right.
And then I just took off, went to Southeast Asia for a few months, just for fun. I was like finished with the season of the show.
Oh my god,
and-
what do you do for fun in Southeast Asia? That sounds so creepy.
Fuck boys, dude. Young boys.
Where'd you go?
I started in Myanmar just because I waited till like a day before, and I was like, where's the weather the best? And there was like no rain in the Myanmar forecast, so
Yeah.
I went there first. And then I called an Uber, then I threw my phone in the drawer, and I just fucking went to the airport with no phone. I locked myself out of all my accounts.
Wow.
I like changed my passwords to just slamming on the keyboard, gave those to my friends, and I'm like, don't give them to me. So I couldn't get on any like social media, my email. I had no phone.
Did you regret that terribly?
No.
Was it like a
Are you kidding?
midlife
Nobody's
crisis?
bothering me. No responsibility.
Right.
It was the greatest.
What prompted this?
I just wanted to travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Comedy Central was up my ass. They're like, no, we got to do another show. Come on, we got to do a season. And I'm like, God, I did it already. Like, you're going right back in. It's 8 months of editing to get everybody's story right. And then my buddy Duncan Trussell, he was just like, well, you want to travel and see the world, and they want you to not travel and see the world. So, like, what's the question even?
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. And so I was like, hey, I'm out.
Did you come back with any epiphanies? Because I know, like, when I travel, I'll go for a month, and then you realize what you really want.
Yeah, you start seeing real clearly.
What-
All the fucking chaff in your brain drops off,
Yeah.
and you're just like, what do I care about? What do I like?
Do you feel like you upped your game when you came back on that trip?
What do you mean, up my game?
Just kind of like you realized what was important and you just went fucking straight for it. Like, did you get more successful after that, or were you always been kind of on a steady
Personally
pace up?
successful, like there's like you're talking about creative, financial, or like personal. What success is,
Personal.
Yeah, for sure. I went after what I wanted all the time. It was like this is all about like what I'm trying to put out. None of this. I'm already making money enough to pay my rent.
Yeah.
So like this is all bonus. People get lost in it.
For sure.
People get lost trying to keep up with their friends.
Yeah.
Instead of like, we're all just writing dick jokes and we're paying our rents.
Did you do any psychedelics in Southeast Asia?
Found mushrooms one time on Lombok in Indonesia. That was pretty fucking chill.
Because I feel like in Myanmar, don't they have those the honey that people go and try to get from the bees? That psychedelic honey.
Oh yeah, I didn't get any of that.
You
I just stayed in hostels. I was a nobody. It was bomb.
Yeah.
It was just like, nobody recognized, nobody wanted anything out of me. It was just like such freedom. Like, I think I'll go from this city to this city, and people are like, I heard there's a fucking tomato festival over here. And you're like, all right, I'll change my plan.
Yeah.
And there was nowhere to go. There was nowhere you had to be. It was great. The toilets took some getting used to. But like,
the toilets in the ground,
yeah,
crouch over.
The bum guns, no flushing of toilet paper.
Man, what a great opportunity that would be to promote Squatty Potty.
Oh, absolutely. Guys, Steve-O's butt wipes available right now at steve-o.com.
That's exactly where they're available.
Not only will they get your butt squeaky clean, but you're also supporting one of the finest stuntmen and comedians in the country, Steve-O.
Yeah.
That's for you.
That's
With
exactly
Steve-O's
right.
butt wipes.
Oh, dude, don't make it look difficult, because it's not.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. The Steve-O's butt wipes.
They're butt wipes for your butthole.
Clean as a whistle. That's right there, actually.
And
See that stroke there?
Yeah, let's see what it comes out as.
A little bit brown.
nice.
Not as wet as before.
That's
Yeah.
especially after a skank fest weekend.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, so I got back and I was like, let me so Netflix was only doing celebrities at the time when I was like first pitching my special. But then I'm like 4 or 5 months passed and I'm like, let me see what they're up to. I think they're taking like regular people now. They totally revamped and like gotten Chappelle and only like, $20 million people. And now they're like, well, we are actually like giving it's like, don't you have a deal with Comedy Central? I'm like, no, they have an offer, but no. And nobody's watching Comedy Central shit anymore. It was like on its way way down, and then they were like, all right, we'll give you an offer. And then Comedy Central was like,
Right.
And they were like, here's the deal. You got to do it with us. I'm like, no, you guys don't have the reach. Plus, it was like a 2-part special, and they had no platform to show 2 parts of anything.
Right.
I was like, HBO wouldn't have the platform either. You just can't show it. And they said, you have to. And they said, if you don't, they were like, they were contracted for 10 episodes, but they were going to do 20 so I could get them all at once. They go, if you don't, we have to do 10, but we're cutting you from 20 to 10. We're going to fire all your employees. We'll put them out of work with a week to spare. Good luck paying their rent. Or you can walk away.
They appealed to the compassion in you for others. What a bad mistake.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck. I was like, first of all, well played. Played. And then I was like, but I'm not going to comply.
Right.
So,
you were like, yeah, you said good luck to my employees, and I'm with you. Good luck to them.
Yeah.
I'm going to Netflix.
You're like, I was going to do that anyway.
Yeah. So they found someone else and kept the 20 episodes. That was the thing. I should have been like, I should have played hardball. I should have been like, then do it. Then do it.
Right.
And all the employees later were like, what do you mean that's part of it? I'm like, motherfucker.
What do you mean that's
like shows stop a week or 2 out. It's still 10 episodes. It'd still be a week of work.
Right.
But they just kind of blackmailed me.
Yeah. So you had the special on Netflix, the 2 parts.
It was great.
And at that time, like that having a special on Netflix, like just revolutionized your touring.
Yeah, it got big. I was the mayor of New York for like 2 weeks. Netflix ain't that thing anymore, but at the time it was. I mean, everywhere I went, I could take those city bikes around, and people were like, "Oh my god, I saw your special!" It was like everywhere. It was fucking wild. It has a reach that the show and the special I did at Comedy Central just didn't have.
Right.
But it's also like it was my special my way,
Right now we're promoting your newest special, and where is that?
YouTube.com.
There we go.
I didn't even fucking pitch it to Netflix.
Right. Oh, you didn't?
I didn't even show it to them.
How come?
But they don't have a reach anymore. They put up too much stuff. It's like they come and go.
YouTube has the reach now that
it
Netflix
does, and it's cooler. You hear that bong bong, and now it's like that's a corporation. You're not independent anymore. No offense, it's still fine. It's still a place to watch some good shit, but like, I want people to see my thing. I worked hard on it,
Okay.
It's all about Judaism, but it's just funny shit. So I was like, I want people to see it. So I'm out a lot of money.
Right.
I'm not gonna get back, but whatever. It's more to life.
Man, it's interesting because I wanted to have my special on Netflix so bad.
Yeah.
And the guy in charge of the specials.
Yeah.
Just he's like, just Steve-O stand up he's like a comedy snob. He's like, you can't. I'm not gonna do a Steve-O special. And it broke my heart, but I was like, whatever. I'll put it out on my own. I didn't put it on YouTube.
What'd you do?
I put it on my website with a paywall.
Steve-O.com.
Yeah.
Isn't that the place we can get Steve-O's butt wipes?
Your butt wipes for your butthole are available there. Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean,
you asked.
it worked out really well. Like I tripled the money that I put into it.
Yeah.
And the thing was though, I felt that I was kind of preaching to the choir. Like the people who are going to go to steve-o.com and pay for it on the paywall, like
Yeah.
I wasn't broad. I felt like if I got it on Netflix, that I would be reaching a new audience.
Well, that's what you want.
Convert it would be like a commercial for my tour.
Yeah, people did that when Louis did his special. He did the first one like $5, and
Yeah.
he made like $1 million like in a week or something. I mean, it was like what? And then Gaffigan and Rogan tried to do the same thing, and it wasn't like they didn't get as much because it wasn't the first time anybody did that.
Right.
With Louis, it was like, wait, what? We can just own someone's special?
Right, but then Louis turned around and did it again, and it was even when he was
Yeah.
promoting on Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah. But yeah, he did it well. But the other guys, I heard Gaffigan, his problem was he was like, it's preaching to the choir. So I'm selling it to
Yeah.
my fans, so I didn't grow my fan base at all. And I just
Right.
want new people to see it. People that are like, hey, I don't mind to have $30 to go see your show, but I've heard about you. Let me give them an hour plus to like
Right.
watch what you put out, and then they'll love it. I worked hard on it.
Right. So that's
It's funny as shit. So like you'll love it. Go to YouTube. Go find it.
Is it trademark, just like terribly offensive crap?
Some of it. I don't even think that way anymore. I don't know if you get like that. Is this offensive? Like, let me think in those terms. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's almost like, were you standing during that? I'm like, yeah, I guess. I'm not even thinking about that. Is there a
Right.
lot of blue shirts in this? You're like, I don't know.
I mean, I just said, kind of like when I think of Ari Shaffir, I think of like deliberately being offensive, like for the.
Dude,
like,
it's not for the fucking. It's for the
smile
fun.
on his face,
It's for the
dude.
fun. But dude, if I'm not getting a couple people walking out angry in my shows, I'm not doing my job. I had some people leaving some fucking pro school shooting jokes, in Chicago, and these people were like old people, like, "What? My daughters told me to come watch this, and it's not just that it's offensive. It's that everyone else is laughing. And they're all to play too."
that is a win.
Yeah, that's a win.
That is a win.
Yeah.
And are there school shooting jokes on the new special?
There's some Holocaust jokes. There's some. Let me think. No, the next one after this will have a good, nice school shooting chunk.
I was.
I hate kids, so I'm fine with them.
I was telling Shane Gillis about this comedian Sophie Buttle that I worked with.
Oh yeah, I know
she had
Sophie.
a
I've known her for years.
Great school shooting joke. She just said like, it's just not worth it to be a bully anymore.
Yeah, that's PG.
It's like
The best one I heard was
with all the guns. Like
Yeah.
it's just it doesn't.
Adrian Appalucci has one on her special on her album Baby Skeletons. It was like when Parkland happened, and it was happening on Ash Wednesday, and she goes, it was even worse because like all those kids had targets on their heads.
Oh, God.
Dude, she told that the night after it happened, and everyone was like, all right. And then this
Man.
eruption of laughter went off, and I'm like, you gotta take some chances.
Yeah, I personally don't
What?
like offending people.
I don't want to offend people. I want people who are cool to be like, oh.
Right.
But like, you got to get on that line, which means some dorks are gonna be over the line.
Dude, I'll tell you this gnarly joke.
Yeah.
Like Gino Bisconti
Yeah,
gave it
yeah.
to me.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So you know it's fucking gnarly. Like I was getting ready to do the Charlie Sheen roast. And
Oh yeah, I forgot how you were on that.
Yeah.
Didn't Mike Tyson punch you?
I ran into Mike Tyson's fist. So Gino Bisconti tells me that he sends me this joke. He's like, dude, look at the dais and say, who are these people? The last time this many nobodies got roasted, at least Great White was playing.
Nice. If you don't know, there was a fucking
Right.
fire at a Great White concert and a bunch of people died. But a lot of those people were losers. I mean, there's more to the story.
Well, here's what happened.
Yeah.
Like I heard I got
It's a roast. You're supposed to be. Everyone's
I know.
signing up for it.
Understood, but all the people in Rhode Island where the fire happened didn't sign up for it, you know, and
The arsonist did.
like, but I mean, yeah, I was.
So they got pissed.
Okay, so I tell Jeffrey Ross, I'm like, man, tell him the joke, and Jeffrey goes,
I
oh my god,
guarantee you, he loved it.
he says, oh my god, you have to use that joke on the roast. Oh my god, you have to do it. I'm like, dude, I would never say anything this offensive, and he's like, oh my god, you have to. So we go around like the LA clubs, like practicing like our roast sets.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whatever. I'm at the comedy store. Like, I'll just throw it out there. And it was like the biggest laugh out of the whole deal. And I started to think to myself, oh my god, like that joke is kind of killing. Like maybe, maybe I'll use it. So, at the, they tape the roast like a couple days before, or they tape it and then it takes them like a week or so to put it out.
Yeah.
Whatever,
They edited out all the bombs.
Yeah. So. I said it at the taping. I said the great white joke. And the next morning after the taping, like my whole Facebook feed, like it's just people like, go burn in hell. Like, hey, and I'm like,
Why do they get it?
I'm like, the roast didn't even come out yet. And what it was that there was a writer from Entertainment Weekly who was present at the taping.
I'm sure he was not cool.
And he wrote up a thing about that he was at the taping, and he just wrote up like some examples of jokes that he included in like a blog or something.
He didn't even shit on it?
He didn't shit on it. No, he just
take it back,
included.
writer.
He just included it as a list of jokes that just examples of what was said at the roast. And like somebody in Rhode Island saw this blog and was offended and then posted. It was like this viral thing, and like everybody in Rhode Island was so mad at me and upset. Like, and I've never been in that kind of a situation because I'm just not someone who seeks to like be offensive and hurt people's feelings. Like it affected me so badly. I got on with Jeffrey Ross, with Comedy Central. I'm like, I'm on my knees begging you, please cut that joke out. Please cut that joke out. And like I issued an apology, like the whole deal. And I swear I was.
It's just I get you not wanting to offend people, but it's not for them. Whoever showed it to them was an asshole. It's not for those people. Why would you show somebody? It's like taking Mein Kampf to a fucking Jewish school and be like, "Did you see this?" And you're like, "Don't show them that.
Right?
They're not supposed to see it."
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, I don't know. I want.
Like, the problem is everything's worldwide now. So if you go to a comedy club, everyone there is like, we're in this dark hole. We want to hear these really dark, evil things, and everybody signed up for it. It's a contract,
right?
And then you tell somebody where
you it on their phone, and then
it's not for them.
Yeah,
it's like, why would you bother them?
Right.
Why would you? Or like you talk shit with your friend about somebody, about another friend. And then somebody will go tell that friend, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
That's behind the scenes trash talk.
Yeah.
That guy's not supposed to know about that. And it's like, why'd you say that? I'm like, no, why did he tell you?
He's like, like when you talk shit about your friend to Bert. And
yeah, I did say that, but it was behind your back, dude. It's all good.
Dude, you should have seen how many times Bert said I love you during that podcast.
Oh, yeah.
It was his first time doing Molly.
Just rubbing your leg.
He was loving it. Now his cat sat down on the couch next to him, and he was like, he's just staring at this cat.
And this is before he realized it?
No, after he realized it.
After he realized it.
And
then after he got Comedian of the Year or something, so maybe you're responsible for that.
I'm for sure responsible for it. I upped his game. I helped him see clearly.
Right.
And he said his cat's looking at him. He's like, dude, my cat sees me. And I was like, yeah, I know. He goes, you don't know. My cat sees me. I'm like, yeah, you're feeling it, bro.
And you guys never aired that.
He never aired it. I gave him a catch-22. I gave him the best podcast of 2019. And on the podcast, he was like, I am pissed, but also I get that I love good content. So you gave me an amazing podcast. Joey Diaz came over telling the story, watching the sunset behind him. We're both like, it was awesome.
The question is, if you put that podcast behind a paywall, would it do better than...
It would make $74 million.
For sure.
Yeah. It would do better than my special Ari Shaffir Drew, available now for free. It would do better than anything. I say, Bert, release the pod. It's been long enough.
Yeah. Ari Shaffir Jew.
Yeah.
It's just called Jew.
Jew, yeah. It's a theme hour. I've never really done one like that hard before. It's just all about, I was Orthodox Jewish. I was fucking
Yeah, you were studying scripts. I was reading that about you. You went to college and you studied the Jewish
the scripture. I went to seminary. I was going to be a rabbi. Hard turn.
When did you back out of that? When did you make that turn?
his first
21.
LSD trip.
21 years old.
Yeah, I got a fucking BJ, and it was like, is this allowed? And they were like, hard no. I'm out. Keep it warm for me.
Yeah.
I went the bacon route.
That's crazy. What do you do about people at your shows recording video with their cell phones?
I hate it for that reason.
Right.
It's like you're taking this to people who aren't supposed to see it.
Well, right, and you might be taking material before it's ready.
So that used to be the problem. Was
And
like
even
you're gonna
if-
put this up and it's not done yet.
Right.
And it's like people don't understand. It's like the stand-up process is tweaking while you're
Sure.
performing it.
Yeah,
So
it's
you're
an
showing
evolution.
a finished product that's also not finished.
Right.
It's finished when I'll record it and put it up.
Right. And even if it is polished and finished and ready, then like
It's not up to you.
You're
Taking my shit.
Yeah.
yeah. It's like taking a manuscript for some guy who wrote a book. Like, I'll just release it.
Right.
And you're like, no, no. So I don't like it, but also it makes people not pay attention. I see them like on their phones, or like I'm like, let's just listen to my fucking setup, dude.
Right.
I'm I'm telling a joke and you're missing the setup. You're just coming at the end, going like, what the fuck? And like, you wanna
Right.
pay attention? Here's my favorite thing I do when I see people like on their phones during a show. And dude, if you're a stand-up comedy show, from an audience perspective, that's exciting. That's a fun night on a date or whatever, and you're missing it. So you can fucking scroll Instagram or some shit. So I'll like, as I'm talking, I'll take a napkin off someone's table if I'm at a club, and then I'll like wad it up, and I'll see them over there, and I'll just like really like telegraph it, and their heads down, and I'll just like hit them in the head with a napkin. They go like, what the fuck? I'm like, you weren't paying attention. And I guess I was. I'm like, what was I talking about? And then they're like, I don't know. Like, where are you paid for tickets?
Yeah, what do you do? I mean, do you bring back the Yonder bags? You
Yeah,
ever
I
use
think you
those,
have
or-
to. No one can. They can't trust themselves anymore. We're all such addicts.
Right.
Even if you
That's
say
true.
don't do it, then you get a buzz in your phone. You're like, let me see you text, and you're like, oh well, I'm out. I may as well record this.
I mean, even
Right.
if they're out of service, they can still record a video.
Yeah, they can. So it's like, just
So Yonder
don't.
bag
Yeah,
or-
Yonder bags help. It's almost like when Yonder bags started, people were like, what the fuck? And now they're like, I get it. That was the
Right.
best part about Southeast Asia. I wasn't on there. There was no reason to record anything. I had a camera if I really wanted to take a picture of some people I met, but that's it. And it was just like, you're free of it.
Yeah, dude.
You're on there too much, aren't you?
Oh, way too much.
Yeah, you too, right?
100%.
I got off social media for like a couple of years,
How
and
good
then I
did it
just
feel?
got back on because I put a documentary out
Get your
there.
fucking hooks in you.
Yeah.
You need it for this one.
I at my show is multimedia, so like I did all this fucked up stuff, and tell the stories of it, and then after each bit, I pay it off with the footage of the bit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so
That's
I
real
have.
cool.
Thank you. I have the luxury of having a screen and video anyway, so I've got like an intro video where I'd say like, you're gonna see I put a lot of work into this show, and you're not invited to steal it. So
That's
please
cool.
don't.
Yeah.
And that's I find pretty effective.
Really?
Yeah.
He caught somebody recording.
This has happened a bunch of times.
Most of
Like,
the time, by the way, when they're filming, they just want to be able to show their friends, not send it to anybody. Like, look, I was at a Steve show.
Yeah, but
I
Steve
know.
jumped off the
But
stage.
you don't know, yeah.
He fucking
Oh,
grabbed
that
it.
happened a bunch of times? That you've jumped off stage?
I've jumped off the stage while performing, grabbed the person's phone, they follow me out, and then
He's like, delete it, and then show me your delete box, and then delete it again. And that happens. How often does that happen?
I mean, it doesn't happen a lot, but I'm just protective of my
It also
art.
takes you out of it, because then now I'm looking around the room, and sometimes like I'm just taking a picture. I'm like, I don't know that. Now I'm thinking like, what am I saying? Because I'm like,
Right.
sometimes I'm saying, I'm sure you do, well, maybe not offensive stuff, but like stuff that's like, this shouldn't be out there. This
Right.
is just for the live experience.
There was another time years ago when it was 2014, we were in New Zealand. And and I didn't blow a load in the entire year of 2014. I was
Why? Because you're a fucking loser, idiot.
He went 430 something days without blowing a load.
I
You
just
tried
got
and
out of
couldn't?
sex addict rehab. So I'm in this celibacy period. I'm flipping my
No
lid.
jerk in it?
No, I didn't blow a
No,
load
nothing.
for the whole time.
Wow.
Celibate. And during that period, we were in New Zealand, and some chick was filming, and I like berated her. I went off, and there was like a print journalist in the crowd who just wrote this story about what a terrible asshole I was, and I was like, if I just let the chick record, like nobody would have seen it. But now this story comes out with like in a proper outlet.
Well, it's not right though. It didn't have to be that hard on her.
Yeah, well, there was a point in time because I'd be like backstage in the green room and you just hear the mic drop and just go boom,
And you'd be done.
It'd just be somebody talking, and I'd like run out to see it, and he's just like, "Would you just shut the fuck up?" And they're just like having a conversation, just a little conversation, but like he was so on edge from not blowing a load that it just was happening.
Wow.
That and like the heckling and the table talk and the video recording, like it all just like builds up and it accumulates, and it gets to a point where you're just like, I can't take it anymore.
You ever seen Nina Simone? You know who that is?
The documentary.
I do know.
Old jazz musician,
yeah.
like singer. But she was like, it's my show, you better be fucking respect. That was her vibe. And she's starting to play the piano. There's videos of this, and someone will just like cough, and she'll just stop and
For sure.
and then go back. And people were scared of her.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
It's like Steve when you like air footage and you show people and somebody says something and he'll stop and he'll be like, and then he'll rewind it to where they start talking and then he'll play it again.
Dude, how was your load on the 440th
Dude,
day?
it was underwhelming.
Underwhelming, right? It's not. You didn't save up. You just stopped producing.
Yeah, it was underwhelming. It didn't even feel that great, and it wasn't like
What?
that huge.
Was your load in your hand or was it?
It
with a
landed
chip?
on my tummy, and I took a picture of it and sent it to everybody.
Yeah.
Behind the paywall. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder like on Pornhub, like if it said like, 432-day load, like that would crush,
Yeah, right.
for sure.
Man,
See
I
what
don't
it
know.
I would click on that,
You could have sold that load.
turn it into
Highest
an
bidder.
NFT load.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you sold any NFTs?
Nah.
Yeah.
I tried selling a podcast once. That somebody's like, they were looking into it. Let's try it, and I was like, okay. And it got like no offers even. But why would somebody want to own a podcast?
Right.
I don't want to do mine.
Right. It's
I don't
that.
fucking own one.
Yeah, it's where you're not
Have
into
you?
the crypto.
I sold one NFT.
What was it of?
It was a photo of my girl and I naked, like simulating sex in a window, like on 20 floors above Vancouver.
Simulating? You guys weren't even boning?
We were not boning in that photo.
Boo.
I always thought you guys were boning.
No, we were not boning in that photo.
Someone took it. Somebody took it down there. Or did you?
No, we had there's a setting on a GoPro camera. You say GoPro take picture, and it takes a picture.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So did anything crazy happen this weekend at Skankfest? Or 2 weeks ago, sorry.
2 weeks ago. No, I wasn't drinking. I took the month off.
Oh yeah, that's
October
right.
for sober October.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's the wrong time to do it. This is a drinking town and a drinking festival. Even walk through the hallways of the fucking wherever they're putting me up, it's like, God damn it. Ugh.
Wow. So during sober October, if you just slip and you're like, I can't do it, you break down and have a drink. Is anyone gonna know?
So there was one moment where it was no one's gonna know. It's just honor. You know,
Right.
it's just like you know.
Do you have honor? You're not.
In some ways and others, definitely not. It's a weird set of honor. Yeah, well, you know, when you lose a bet, when you got to do some shit for Jackass or whatever, like you just have to do it. That's
Right.
the deal. You have
Right,
to. It's
right,
like you could
right.
just be like, I'm not going to, but it's like that's lame.
You know, it's the funniest thing about sober October is that when it comes up,
Yeah.
like my first thought, like I was like, I was sober for a whole month, and I think, fuck, man, that's gnarly, like that's
I love you,
intense.
but yeah.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm sober all the time.
Yeah.
Like it makes me uncomfortable, like sober for a whole month.
So want to be around drunks. Yeah, even though because you're thinking of old Steve.
Right, I mean, it's like it's weird, and it continues to happen.
You don't mess with the whoop strap at all?
No, I did once. It was cool.
But not-
we have to do this Polish, whatever they chose to like
Yeah.
use. We have to do 500 calories a day. You got to burn, which I also hate, and 100 push-ups, which I physically cannot do. I'm like maxed out at 5 on day one. I was like, hey guys, I think I'm in trouble here.
But by the end of the month, like, are you?
Yeah, I'm getting better, but like so anyway. I was doing Rogan's. I was hanging out with Rogan. He goes, hey, I just interviewed Roger Waters like 2 days ago. I was like, that's so fucking badass. And I saw him once on acid in Rhode Island, actually. And it was such a fucking good concert.
After they opened for Great White.
After they opened for Great White, they really took off. The Great White was no longer a threat to their dominance of Rhode Island.
This guy's making me in it like fucking the grocery.
well, you know, Roger Waters do pyrotechnics. So
He's wearing the lasers.
so he was like, I got tickets to his show tomorrow or tonight, and I'm like, oh, I can't go, I got to fly back. And he's like, well, I have fucking $700,000 billion, so like I'll just change your flight for you. And I'm like, oh, well, I have no hotel. He's like, same. And I'm like, no, I got to get home. He's like, aren't you a I'm like, yep, I got to stay. So I'm going to see Roger Waters, but I'm sober. And I'm like, no, it's disrespectful to go see Roger Waters sober. It's disrespectful. And so I asked the other guys, and I was like, is there something I could do to make up for this? I just want to take 1 tab of acid. I won't couple it with alcohol and weed. I'll be strong. And they were like, add 100 sit-ups a day to like your fucking regimen, and you can. And I view it as a fucking religious like
What it like?
you know, where you're allowed to do something for
Yeah.
Holy Scrolls.
What if the acid like wasn't great?
It'd be disappointing.
Yeah, was the
But
acid
here's the
great?
deal. It was stronger than I thought it'd be. Dude, it was stronger than I thought it'd be. The guy I got it, and it was like, he was like, I just dip this right now, so like dry it out. So I'm like holding in the car over there, I'm holding it open, this baggie open in the air conditioner vent of a fucking car, just like trying to dry it out. I was with Hinchcliffe too, and I was like, and the only other person that took it, Rogan was like, I don't want to fucking touch that. Street acid? Fuck you. And I was like, you're wrong. And the only person that took it, the only one that was a man, was Tony Hinchcliffe's girlfriend. She was like, I'll say, Hinchcliffe fucking pussed out, and we had a blast. It was so fucking strong. There's an intermission, we went backstage, and all of a sudden it's like regular people, and we're like, nah, we shouldn't be here for this. So I went back up, and they were like, Rogan and all his bodyguards like, hey man, we're leaving like before the last song. This is like a cavalcade to get us out. You gotta be on that thing. And I was like, I'm not gonna be. I mean, I'm crying in the fucking in the crowd next to some 80-year-old lady, crying. Oh, what a good fucking show. You guys got to go see Roger Waters on acid.
Yeah, wouldn't it have been a good show and not on acid?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Hinchcliffe and Rogan had a good time.
The
But
I feel like the acid in the 90s was a lot stronger than the acid they're making now. Is that not true?
definitely can't be true.
Because people are
Don't
like
know, though.
microdosing and fucking going on hikes now.
Yeah,
and,
don't
like,
microdose.
But like,
They didn't know about microdosing in the 90s. They just took a fucking hit of acid like a man.
But they're like seeing fucking things dripping off, and like now they're like doing yoga on acid. It's like, how is that possible? Do I have that wrong?
I tripped balls in the 90s.
Yeah.
Could you imagine tripping balls now?
I think it was unregulated then. So you didn't know. You might get the equivalent of like 4 hits of acid on one
I'm
tab.
pretty sure the acid is still not regulated.
Good point.
Street acid.
Yeah, but they do that. They have like a number. They're like, this
Men.
is 200 somethings, and I'm like, I don't know what that
Oh
means.
yeah, shit.
But this was not that.
But who's saying that?
Who's saying it? Exactly. You're just taking somebody's word for it. I was at a festival. We had Bonnaroo. It got canceled. We were in an RV like this. And we were loading up our fucking RV with groceries for Bonnaroo. And I got a call. Like, it ain't happening. And it wasn't COVID. It was raining. And I was like, it's nice out. Like, it rained for the last 6 days. The water's up to their knees. It's done. It's done. They're not, like, delaying it. It's over. I'm like, fuck. And so we found this, like, meth festival, I call it, in, like, western Georgia. And they're like, we still got some RV spots. And I'm like, I'm going to that. So we just went there. We're buying drugs. And this
what kind of drugs you buying? When
so
you buy it?
this RV next to us was also supposed to be at Bonnaroo, and they were like, they had testers, which is important. Kids, do drugs, but test that shit.
For like fentanyl?
Yeah. And so somebody was like, we got coke, which is not really my drug. I've done it a few times, but it's not my thing. But like, so they were like, hey, the coke from that guy is 100% pure coke. So like, sweet. And then they went and bought some acid. Like, hey, the acid from that lady is 100% not acid. That is some sort of mescaline, and it's dry. And my buddy was like, shit, it's in my fucking hands. And then he starts fucking going for like, are you going to be okay? He goes, yeah. And then we're like, how are you doing? He goes, guys, I've done drugs before. Fucking, it wasn't the plan tonight, but I'll be fine. I'm at a festival. Oh, man, that was great. Valley Vibes, greatest festival in the country.
Who's playing it?
Nobody.
Nice.
Yeah, they said 3 stages. We're like, cool. The stages were like, this table was one. It was just a bunch of fucking milk cartons set up. It was cool. Carolina Story, that was one band. They were cool. It was a mix between country and fucking like surf metal.
Nice.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was bomb. Tons of fire ants. Yeah.
You ever been into the K-hole?
No, I've done ketamine, but never. I wanna. Hey, you?
Never.
You?
Dude, I fucking love K-holes. I mean, I don't even know,
You
like...
love K-holes?
I mean, I don't even necessarily know what a K-hole is. I just know that I've had a lot of fucking crazy experiences.
Where you
like
can't
that.
move?
Or like time stops?
I don't know
Meaning
about
anything?
can't move. I remember at one point, like, looking at my feet, and they were, like, so far away. Like,
Drugs are the best.
I remember another time I was in a hotel room, and the hotel room started free falling. Like, I was, like, looked up, and I could, like, see a shaft that the whole room was falling through.
Like just falling down?
Yeah, I was just like,
Wow.
dude, I'm fucking free falling in a hotel room. It was,
It was, Steven.
It was epic. I mean, shit like that was just like, this is the best night of my life. And like, as a sober guy, like nothing's more important to me than being clean and sober.
Yeah.
But still, that was the best night of my life.
Ask
I
Bird
can't-
about that. He'll be like, he shouldn't have dosed me, but like, that was fun. He'll admit it. We were on stage the other night, and people were like, what's the Molly fun? He goes, yeah. And then he just went right back to like,
Yeah.
Do you get triggered at all hearing people talk about drugs?
I mean,
Or are you safe in your sobriety?
Weed sounds like I'm sober too, and like the smell of weed, I'm like,
I don't like being around weed because I like the smell of it too.
Yeah.
Plus, like, there's like it's entering my body when I'm breathing it in. Like, there's kind of like secondhand high shit I don't want to fucking be a part of.
True. You can't, if you're around coke, it ain't gonna get in you.
Right, alcohol. Drink all the alcohol you want around me. But yeah, I feel pretty good about it. You just don't ever want to be... I would never want to say I'm safe in my sobriety, or even I feel safe in my sobriety. Like, because by definition, none of us are safe in our sobriety. We got to, like, stay on top of, like, keeping our
But you
shit.
know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
Some guys are like day-to-day guys. Other people are like, oh, I don't really think about it every day.
I don't
Yeah, I
think
don't think
about
about it.
actually going to get loaded too much now.
I'm more triggered on the sex stuff because like I work a sex program too. Like that's a whole other ball game where it's like not drinking booze, like that's minor. Like trying to fucking stay within some guardrails of like sexual sobriety, like that's a little tougher.
Sexual sobriety, yeah. Because somebody's throwing it at you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, my body wants it.
It's yeah, and then it's like, okay, cool. What's healthy? It's like, yeah, you can have some sex, and then it's like, well,
Can I?
I didn't use a rubber,
Nice.
and then you're like, fuck.
Oh yeah, you just feel like worried for the next
That's the whole point
disease,
of like,
and then you're like, you gotta keep in touch with the girl until her next period. so you're sure.
But yeah, so it's just like that's more on the forefront of my mind than like drinking a Coors Light.
Who says rubber? What are you born in the fucking 40s?
What do they call it? Prophylactic?
No, that's even earlier.
What are you, a nerd?
Rubber? What are you in the fucking?
Hey guys, you got the
station in
condoms tonight?
Vietnam?
I think rubber's the word. You got a chick?
Sometimes.
Oh, sometimes.
Off and on, a bang.
So sometimes meaning one chick sometimes? Or
Yeah, no, I've had chicks before, but no, not now.
Right.
You ever want to get married or no?
Nah.
Never.
No married, no
No
kids.
kids.
I got a vasectomy.
Me too, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's easy, right?
Yeah, well, not the way I did it.
Did a stunt go wrong?
I have a show tonight. If you want to.
You have a story about it?
Well, yeah, that's one of the marquee bits.
I got one too.
The vasectomy Olympics.
I do want to know what that means.
Yeah, like the idea was born when I heard a joke when I was a kid. What's the definition of macho?
Okay.
A man who jogs home from his own vasectomy. And I was like, well, I want to be macho. Like, I'll do way more than fucking jog. So I came up with an idea, like, to just do a bunch of hellacious shit immediately after getting a vasectomy.
Oh, dude. You're the only one like you.
Kind of.
I mean, you see pain as an opportunity. Not like, okay, I need to take it easy. You're like, oh, sweet. This will be hurtful, which will be nice for me.
It'll, yeah. And I don't have like a high threshold for pain or anything. Just my desire for attention outweighs my need for comfort.
Right. Yeah, the wasabi might be the worst one.
Yeah, you saw that he was up in the car, suspended, sleeping over there. We haven't really talked about that on the podcast at all. But were you tripping? Were you like, fuck,
by
why
the
did I
time
do
we
this?
drop this, we'll have talked about it. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Did you start the car?
No.
Wasn't it hot? It's Vegas.
Is it
Wasn't
Tesla?
it hot?
It's a Tesla. I had the windows down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still, it's hot. It's like 70 at night here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but were you like,
Once the sun comes up, you're fucked.
You didn't sleep well at all?
It got hot in the morning.
Would you just lean your seat back?
No, the back seats fall forward, and then I got a special Tesla mattress, so I have a full bed in there.
Did you have to piss or shit? Did you piss out the window?
I got a special like quart jug urinal with a hose and a thing that comes out from underneath.
You gotta
the seat.
sell those on Stevo.com.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a bad idea.
Did you jerk off at all in there?
Not that night.
I would have. I would have pissed out the window and jerked off. Definitely pissed out the
dude,
door.
I got in big trouble. I upset a cop a lot
Why?
because in the morning there's like a big crowd underneath, and I'm standing up on the on the roof of the car pissing off, pissing all the way down, and the cop because there were little kids down there. I mean, they were over 100 feet away.
These pedophile rules are too strict.
Right. I found myself thinking if I do get arrested when I come down,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
like that's kind of a cool arrest. Like pissing off of a roof of a car at 100 feet in the air. Like
Yeah, how do you even
Is
write
it
that
worth
up?
it?
I think
Is it worth it? And that would be worth it.
I think
for the
so.
story. Yeah, for sure.
I think so.
Hey, you were on private property, right? I think you were good.
I was on private property.
What property?
The UFC headquarters.
Did they let you?
They let me do it.
Did
Yeah.
Dana
Dana
promoted
White's
it.
the coolest guy in the world.
Dana White is the coolest guy in
Me
the
and
world.
Duncan once, we were this guy Duncan Trussell's a comic.
Love, dude. My
Yeah.
favorite episode of this podcast. My two favorites were Kevin Smith and Duncan Trussell.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Talking about God.
Yeah.
Talking about
I saw Duncan at that concert, and I hadn't seen
at
him.
Roger Waters.
Yeah, and he's one of my best friends. We started the comedy store together, like literally employees together at the comedy store,
Wow.
beginning comics. Oldest friend in Hollywood.
Cool, man.
in
I
comedy.
really like him a lot.
He's so unique and interesting.
Yeah.
Actually, this does not go with my brand. Can you cut that out? Listen, fuck Duncan, dude. He fucking sucks. But anyway, I tolerate him. So I saw him, and he's walking up the steps, and I'm fucking flipping out. And I see my friend that I haven't seen in so long. The pandemic fucking put a fucking chink in a lot of people's friendships.
I only
you know?
met him on Zoom
Oh, really?
because of the goddamn pandemic.
He's the best. And so I see him, and I'm like, Duncan! He's 18 rows ahead of me going out, and then he does that thing that a lot of celebrities do that I'm sure I do too, where he just gets a touch rigid. I'm like, I'm not listening to that fan yell
Yeah,
my
yeah,
name.
yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm leaving.
Can't, yeah.
And then I'm like, oh shit, I get it. I'm like, how do I? I'm like, Duncan, it's Ari Shaffir. And then he's like, hi! And we're just crying and hugging each other. Oh, it's the best. But
why was he crying?
that's my favorite. They always, when everybody gets mad, they take this thing out. They still have respect for the equipment.
Yeah.
Wait, what was he talking about? What did you tell me?
You were on
crying.
acid at Roger Waters, and then he said it's Ari Shaffir.
No, before that. What were we just talking about? Motherfucking weed head.
About God. Favorite episodes,
yeah.
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith, we're
Duncan
talking about
Trussell.
God.
Yeah, that's why I brought him up. I
And
brought
then
him
you
up
brought
for a
up
reason.
Duncan Trussell, my
Before that.
my best friend, oldest friend
Stunts.
in Hollywood.
You're not getting buried in a Jewish cemetery with that tattoo, huh?
Are you getting cremated or buried?
I don't care. I'll let my friends do whatever they want. It's for the living.
My first cousin's a funeral director and a mortician.
Yeah.
And I always had the idea that, like, whenever I pass, to have him fly in and take control of my body and, like, just do a bunch of fucking crazy shit with it.
Oh, yeah. Have some fun.
Like
I
what?
want people to have some fun with it.
Right.
What do you-
And then I thought, I can't wait. Like, plus, like, so then I thought that I would go to, like, terminal wards, like hospices,
Yeah.
and, like, walk around until maybe somebody recognized me and, like, got stoked, and then sit down with them and be like, hey, like, it's a bummer situation that you're in here, but, like, what do you think? I got this cousin. He can fly in, and like in a couple weeks.
Cremate
Like,
you?
no.
It'll make you live beyond.
No, yeah, like in a couple weeks, like when it's
The inevitable.
when it's finished, my cousin can fly in and he can embalm you and stuff, and then we could like strap you to a rocket, like
That's gnarly.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
I think that'd be cool.
it was. I told the idea to my dad, and he was like terribly offended by it. Like,
Put it on Comedy Central or something.
Yeah.
I mean, like if some weekend, you want to do like Weekend at Bernie's for real.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. How fun would that be? My comedian friends, okay, as long as my parents are okay with it, go nuts, you guys. Have some fun. You know I don't have any
Right.
lines.
Right.
Fucking do it. God, why can't I remember
And
why I
then-
brought up Duncan Trussell? It's
and
gonna
then-
fucking kill me.
And then we're like, so maybe like I die, my cousin flies in, he embalms me, straps me to a rocket, I get to do all this cool stuff, and then when we're done with that, then like dismember me, and my idea used to be like, then take apart my skeleton and for all my best buddies, like
Give 'em a
I'd
finger
make,
each.
well, yeah, like make like a bowl so my bros can smoke weed out of my bones. Like depending
That'd
on
be
like
cool.
how good of a bro you are, the bigger the bone you get.
Oh, yeah. Get a bong, get a whole bong
Yeah,
from there, so you just
yeah.
got a little pipe that you can
Like
take
a
around.
femur bong,
Yeah.
you know.
You say the more of the bro, the bigger the bone.
The skull bong, dude, would be sick.
Skull bong with the femur coming out of the head.
That wouldn't be bad.
That would be
But
pretty cool.
how about let's just brainstorm this? But the where you smoke would be right out of your mouth. So you gotta like suck on Steve-O's mouth.
Yeah,
And go,
yeah. I know, but the mouth isn't a good hole on a skull. That's a
yeah.
terrible hole.
Well, you gotta die like this.
Yeah, that's
You
your
gotta-
flesh. You gotta do it on the back of the
You gotta
head
back of the
so
head.
that the skull
the
can
ear
sit
hole.
properly on the table.
Light it out of the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, I give you one last shot to remember why we brought up
It was
Drunken
some
Trust.
fucking reason, and then I sidetracked my goddamn self saying, "Fucking shit."
What'd you say?
What?
Would you sidetrack yourself saying?
Saying, "Oh, I saw him actually at that concert."
Yeah, but why did
I
we
brought
bring
him
him
up for a reason. It was before Kevin Smith. Whatever the fuck we were talking about, right before Kevin Smith, right before we talked about that. I was like, "Oh, Duncan."
Oh, the pandemic ruined a lot of friendships.
That was part of the aside.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Comedy Store Buddies. That was before after. I don't know.
I wish we had a real podcast were real, so we could actually just rewind this.
Yeah.
Luckily, it doesn't matter.
You're gonna remember it.
Yeah,
For sure.
It doesn't matter. It's
doesn't
like
matter.
I don't think there's one listener who's like
I don't care. It was gonna be a dumb story anyway.
one.
Was it a story?
There's not.
Yeah, it was some reason I brought him up.
There's not one listener that gives a shit, but
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of listeners who care a
Don't get
lot
brown
about
ass.
Steve-O's
Guys, it's
butt
not
wipes.
just about after you fucking shit.
Turn it over.
It's also about just day to day. You're walking around all day.
Dude, you and I are on the same page because on the side it says Steve-O's butt wipes for your butthole were made to help even the gnarliest ass become clean enough to eat from. With these amazing flushable butt wipes, you can enjoy a perfectly clean poop shoot. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's
our hard
packaging.
press.
That's packaging. This is all you need. If you go to Glastonbury Music Festival, that's all you need. That's
Yeah.
your showers.
Steve-O's butt wipes for your butthole.
Yeah. They work for underarms. Now with underarm power too.
Yeah, dude. So Ari Shaffir, Jew,
Jew. Stand-up comedy special. First one in 5 years
on YouTube.
on YouTube right now.
Where was it recorded?
Recorded the Roulette Theater in Brooklyn, New York, the home of the Jews.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of Jews in the audience?
A few. Yeah, I would do. There'll be some of those people that'll get mad, but most Jews will be like, "This is interesting and funny."
Okay.
Can goys say Jews? Can I say Jews?
Depends how hard you hit the J.
Are there any Scientology comedians who left the church and could make a special called Scientologist?
Yeah, mate. Let's see. Who else? Who was? Bobby Lee was dating a Scientologist for a while.
Oh yeah.
She was so.
Leah Ramini.
He never dated her, but she is one. Yeah, yeah. She was born into it. She was so well put together.
Tom Cruise gets into stand up and just.
They ever try to
becomes
get
the
to
best.
you? Yeah, exactly. Oh, he would dominate instantly. Yeah. Like, fuck, I worked hard at this.
He's just
How is
selling
this so good?
stadiums, fucking crushing.
Yeah. They ever try to get you?
Ah, shit, we lost a camera.
That's okay, because I gotta go. They're
Yeah, we
texting
gotta
me
go.
to set the video up.
Okay,
so.
what are we promoting other than your special?
I have a podcast called Ari Shaffir Skeptic, and I'm starting a new podcast called You Be Trippin'. It's a travel podcast.
Nice.
I'd love to have you on that.
Cool, man.
Just telling about some fun place you've been in
I've
the
been
world.
everywhere.
I know.
Not everywhere, but
Enough places where you love some places, right?
I've been to like 58 countries.
I saw you in a 58.
Yeah, 58.
That's fucking great. I'm up to like 40. That's great.
Nice. He's
But-
been to like 55.
Really?
Yeah, 50.
I saw Steve-O in an airport once in Vancouver. Cut it or not. And I was like, you like Canada? Like, yeah, these chicks fuck here. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, welcome to Canada.
Yeah, I'm not too into cutting stuff. All right, dude, what are you up to tonight?
I'm gonna go to some more Skankfest shit.
Okay.
I'm the president of Skankfest. This is me and Shane ran for president and vice president of Skankfest, and
Well,
we
there
won.
you go.
Cool.
It breaks my heart that you're gonna miss my show because it's
Yeah.
fucking
When are you coming to New York?
naughty as hell. I got a show in New York Town Hall Theater in December.
Okay, I think I'm traveling then. But if it's
But thanks
No,
for letting me
trouble.
get the word out about my show in New York
yeah,
in December.
Town Hall's a great theater.
Yeah, I'm super
It's
stoked
fun.
for it. Well, hey, dude, fucking, you're a good sport.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Meet
dude.
you.
You're a good sport,
Yeah.
and
So yeah, this is fun.
not gonna lie, I had absolute reservations. Like, is it a good idea to have Ari on?
I felt like you're gonna have to. The emotion's gone from all those things.
Is that gonna hurt me?
You did it anyway, though.
I did it anyway. I said, you know what? It said like I just want to ask him and I said first question is how much shit am I gonna catch for having you on? And I was like, that's interesting. That just starts off on an interesting.
It's funny to me that the guy who will snort wasabi is gonna go, is this gonna hurt me?
I'm very sensitive. I'm very, very sensitive. But dude, I also want to thank you for being supportive of me doing stand up. For
Are some people not?
I mean, there's not too many, but But yeah, there's been some of that, and
I love it. Welcome. It's like
Dude,
we're all doing the same shit, man. We're all just trying to write a good dick joke, and you have your own style with it too.
I definitely have my own style. In my new book, I just put out a new book.
You can't even read. How do you have a book? Who goes right
I got
that?
2 books.
What?
Yeah. I describe 2 types of people in my book. I said there are Mark Marons and there are Joe Rogans.
Just so supportive, and I'll leave it at that.
Like Mark Maron, when I had me on to promote my first special. I went on the Mark Maron's podcast,
Yeah.
and he was like, hey, I just when I found out you're doing stand up, I was just he's like, I'm kind of protective of the art. I was just, and I just remember thinking why is he saying this to me? Why am I here? And that's just,
But he still had you on.
Yeah.
He's also supportive, but he's also
But bless his heart, he's curmudgeon-y. That's his thing.
That's it.
That's his thing. But my take on it, by that whole vibe, of people who are protective of stand-up and don't want others coming in, is that they're operating with a mentality of scarcity. Like if Steve-O comes into stand-up and is successful, then there's going to be
Right.
less food on the table for them.
But that's not true. There's so
Yeah.
much food.
Right, but it's this mentality of scarcity, and then there's Joe Rogan, who has a very distinct mentality of abundance. He says he wants his fucking mailman to do stand up.
Sure, why not?
My mailman's fucking funny.
Work hard at it. As long as you don't go, I'm the best at this. Fuck
Yeah.
you guys. I mastered this. Then everyone's like, sweet.
Right.
There's a way to this is an old Jewish thing that I've learned when I was little. They treat knowledge or helping people out as a candle. Your candle's out. If I light your candle with my candle doesn't go out.
Right.
My candle's the exact same.
That's great. I like that. Yeah, and I appreciate you and your attitude of abundance.
Yeah.
More funny shit in the world.
Yeah, exactly. We're all trying to have a good time. We're all
I
going to
like
die
that.
and be
That's what
forgotten.
Rogan told me. He says, I like funny shit. I want there to be more
He's-
funny shit in the world. He's like, you're
so
funny.
supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super rad. Hinchcliffe too is
Yeah.
yeah. All right, man. Well, fucking thank you for coming on
Thanks,
over, dude.
Steve-O.
I'm super glad we did this. It's good to see you. It's been a long time.
Yeah. I threw up in a fucking Jackass show once. I was laughing so hard.
Oh, nice.
I was like, I couldn't stop. I
threw up in a Jackass show. The fucking dick was way too far down my throat.
Unrelated. If this dude was laughing, the way he was laughing, I was like, I needed it. I needed it in me.
Right on, brother. Hell yeah, dude. Yep. So, in conclusion, I can say genuinely and honestly, I'm really glad that we did that episode with Ari. If I had any reservations about his bad behavior, I enjoyed talking to him. I liked him. I mean, I'd met him before. He was always really cool. I really like him a lot more after the podcast, and God, am I impressed by that special. I'm not just saying that, dude. Check out Jew on YouTube, man. It is really unbelievable how impressive that is. And, I love you. I love you. I'm also really, really happy with what's going on my tour. It's like I feel like I'm blowing up. Yeah, dude. So thanks everybody.